take long to figure that
That's
part out.
right. Good evening and welcome to the Bourbon Blend. I am Courtney, and this amazing creature next to me is my husband Jay, and we are here tonight to discuss some Peerless bourbon with
Yes,
you.
indeed we are. It's great to see you guys. Oh, we still have sound effects going, Courtney.
Oh, sweet.
It's great to see you guys again. I'm a little disheveled because I just got back from the Auburn 7-on-7 tournament that Carrollton won. I think you had
I
Carrollton.
knew Carrollton was going to win all
You
along.
had Carrollton against Auburn in the final. Auburn finished in the
Definitely.
Final Four.
I
And
knew that was gonna
Juju
happen.
Lewis, who's one of your favorite Auburn recruits,
Of course.
quarterbacked Carrollton to the title. A young man who may end up at Auburn one of these days.
Okay.
And he's pretty daggone good. So, I'm a little disheveled. I was still making graphics as of...
15 minutes ago.
It might have been 10 minutes ago.
Well, either way, the intern was. The intern.
Oh, yes.
The intern was with Jay the whole time, so
intern.
yeah, they didn't have time to do it. So.
I am fired up about our show tonight. We've got 4 expressions of Peerless. 3 of them we own. One of them we borrowed from a Sir cousin. Isn't that like a good thing when you get married? You're supposed to have like 3 bourbons of your own and one that you're not? Or what's the little phrase you get?
I don't know what that phrase is.
Don't you get like
I'm sorry.
3 things and a friend gives you something or something?
Oh no, you're supposed to have something
Borrowed.
and blue, something old and new. So.
Well, technically,
I've got my oldie right here, so.
I've been blown before. By
I'm sorry?
like, do they mean like by the wind?
I'm
blue,
sorry?
You say blue, B-L-E-W?
No, that's not what they meant. No.
Oh.
No, B-L-U-E. It's the color. I'm wearing it tonight, actually.
I love it when you wear blue.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
And
that.
it's complimented by your accoutrements. How was y'all's weeks gone?
Yes. So I'm glad to be back here blending tonight. Jay, tell me a little bit about why you love Peerless.
Oh, we're already going into Peerless. By the way, I want to tease the fact that we're going to talk about Courtney's Corner later.
Yes.
Which I don't know that you've told them what it is.
I have not.
It could be, is it going to be a mystery?
No, it's not a mystery. It is favorite breakfast spots.
Oh, it is favorite breakfast spot.
Yes, it should be.
It better be.
It's supposed to be if the intern got it right.
We've got a lot of legends in the show tonight, including Forrest.
Yes,
we
hello,
love
Forrest.
We're gonna probably be seeing a little bit more of him
Yes.
in the coming days.
Yes, we are.
Hopefully not more than a couple, 3 weeks, 'cause for reasons that he would
Yes,
appreciate.
he would appreciate it if he didn't see us that much
We've also
either.
got Levin coming in,
Yes.
because I think he missed the last 2. He might have been working a little bit.
Yes.
He said he can't get enough of this music. Courtney
That's
loves
right.
your opening
It's
music.
amazing. I picked that out just for you.
And Kanuman is here. Cuz is here.
Kanuman's coming all the way from the northeast
Mike
in
B
Maine.
from Indiana is here with us. Thanks for tuning in, Mike. Our first chatter today was the Tool Man.
Look at Tim.
So he's back in Auburn for the weekend. It's crazy how this place changes so much every time I'm back home. It's really been grinding these last 15 years where there's
It is.
so much growth, particularly downtown.
It looks completely different.
It's unrecognizable.
I know.
And who is this chick?
I don't know, man.
She looks cute.
Yeah, she looks like a baller.
She looks like she's ready
I
to
bet she knows how to hydrate.
brown some blue. B-L-E-U. Cassidy P is fired up. We're glad to have him back with us.
Yes, good to
Peerless
see
Double
you.
Oak is sneaky good. I guess it kind of depends on which one it is. Cassidy
Yeah,
P.
I mean,
But we've got a
that's the
bunch.
thing about Peerless. It's a little different that we'll discuss shortly.
We've also got Corey W.
Hey, Corey.
He's one of the Dirty Dozen that we saw at the
Yes.
bourbon event that we had
Yes.
Monday night at the tipping point here in Montgomery.
There were 20 of us total.
Are
It
there-
was a nice event.
Was it just Corey and Cuz as the blenders? Well, Becky was.
Yeah,
she's a
Becky's
blender.
a blender. Yeah, we had other folks on there. We had J-Dub and those people would join us sometimes.
For sure.
Yeah.
There he is. Mike B says, I feel so out of place living in Indiana and cheering for my dogs. Oh, he's a Georgia fan, but that's fine.
That's okay.
I was
We'll
hoping-
forgive you.
I was hoping he meant Butler Bulldogs, but that's
We'll
fine.
forgive you.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. He's been great. So. And then Kanuman says she looks like she drives an Impala.
Is that me that you're saying looks like drives an Impala? I'm not sure.
I hope it's a
if it is.
64 because those are really good. A cherry red 64 with hydraulics.
Yes.
He would look really hot in that.
Yes.
Okay, you want to do Peerless?
Yes. I don't want to do Peerless. You want to do Peerless.
Wait, you don't like Peerless?
No, I like Peerless. I'm just joking.
Okay.
So I'm ready to join. Who else here joining? First of all, we need to know what everybody's drinking tonight.
What is everyone
Because if
drinking
you're
tonight?
joining the Bourbon Blend, you should be drinking bourbon. So tell
You
us
should
what
be.
you're drinking so we can either commiserate or either be jealous of your pour for tonight. So.
A little spoiler alert, we are going to be drinking Peerless tonight.
Yeah, we are.
So
as you can see by the 4 right here.
Corey also jumped in to say the bourbon event was a blast.
Oh, I'm glad you had a good time. We did too. I thought it was nice. There was 20 of us there, and the place was all ours, and Austin was a baller as always
Absolutely.
behind the bar.
Unbelievable.
And we had a good time. It was fun.
The guy absolutely, wow, you put some goodies in there, huh?
I did.
Thank you. We changed refrigerators today,
That was so exciting.
so I'm glad to have ice.
This is how you know you're old, is like when you get a new appliance in your home. You're like, yes, a new appliance. It's so exciting.
That's something borrowed, by the way. Tim the Toolman, well, I won't have to give it back. My cousin, it's my mom's, she's dead. Tim the Toolman says his cousin has a 64 Impala on hydraulics
nice.
in Montgomery.
Oh,
I would like to meet this person and drive in this car. Because
that's a baller right there.
Absolutely. And cousin says he's going to have Peerless tonight.
Ah, good thinking, cuz.
I knew that ahead of
It's
time.
almost like you knew what we were going to have.
Courtney got some bad news. Cassidy B says, may not make it to Courtney's Corner. Does it include Mammy's in Bardstown or Josie's in Chevy Chase? I did not know we were going to do. You were going to go like chains, weren't you?
No, I just meant chains, like chains of. That doesn't sound right.
Courtney loves chains.
Restaurant chains.
Heavier the better. Forrest says he's late to the game, but about to have a little Woodford Reserve.
All right, I like it.
Our
and
friends.
and we're gonna have a little taste with Forrest soon.
Oh, we're certainly
Yes.
going to owe him that.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes,
we'll do
looking forward to that.
that. Let's go ahead and if the intern doesn't mind, you want to start off with the regular Peerless, Courtney?
That sounds great, and I think that's our first one here in the lineup.
Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Peerless. I would say, and we talked about this on the show last week, Courtney, I think if she had to go with one distiller, it would be Old Forester. Mm-hmm. For me, it would be Peerless. I just really, really like the taste of their stuff. I do think it's a little overpriced, but it's muy delicioso. Don
Finish what's in
Proper
there.
Dickin is in here.
Got a little leftover.
Don Proper Dickin coming to us.
Hey Don, what's up?
From the lower reaches of the Netherlands. Says greetings. I'm still in the Buffalo Trace. Never had Peerless. I don't know if Peerless gets all the way out to Netherlands. You can
I
find
don't
that
know.
sometimes in Belgium, up near The Hague. There's a little spot that Pappy and Jenny runs just a little bit south of The Hague that had it, and that's the only place I've seen it.
Yeah.
Out that way, unless you want to go to.
Because Jay is very well versed in Europe and the
You know
things
me.
going on there.
I'm half European.
Yes.
All right, so Peerless, again, this is distilled in downtown Louisville.
Yes, it is.
This was reimagined, I guess, in 2018 or 19. They distill under the DSP 50 license, I guess
Yes.
you'd call that, which is pretty, that's a small number. It makes it seem like they're older.
Right.
And the story, if you go to the distillery, there's a guy named Corky that runs it. And the story about how they became what they are is a little specious. Would you agree?
I mean, I think that they decided to go and snag an old company and then bring it down to.
Yeah, kind of revitalize it. Right?
Yeah, revitalize it. And,
Yeah.
but it's a very cool little distillery. And when you walk in, it's definitely, you would think of it more as like a craft experience instead of, your big giant distillery. Corky, the president, CEO, moneybags of the establishment, is there on the usual, and he loves to chat it up with folks.
He does. He went to school with the Allman Brothers at a, what do you call it, a school away from home, boarding school.
Boarding school.
In Virginia, and he loves to tell that story. So I wonder if that's even true. We could probably.
I mean, why? That would be pretty interesting to make up something like that.
That's true.
So,
That's
I mean,
true.
out of all the people, you'd think you'd pick somebody.
But I mean, I told you that Steve
Differently.
Largent lived in my neighborhood, and you called bullshit on that. So.
Well, you had lots of people that
I
lived
did.
in your neighborhood.
Wayman Tisdale, Steve Largent, and some other dude.
Yeah, lots of them.
Some other dude that managed the Dodgers. I forget who it was.
Yep.
Oh wow, everything's popping here.
Weller Full Proof. That's pretty
Ooh,
tasty
Weller
now.
Foolproof is tasty. Is that Blue Label?
He said it's a store pick. Okay.
A Blue Label store pick.
Wow.
Nice, tasty. Okay, so Peerless, this bottle is 107.2 proof. One of the things that I think would annoy people about Peerless, if the taste doesn't get you, is the lack of age statement and the lack of mash bill. So we don't really know what's going on, but they are definitely. You hear a lot of talk about sour mash.
Yeah.
These folks do sweet mash, which means they're starting from scratch every single time. Whether that's good or whether that's bad, that's up for debate.
That's the one thing. Each bottle is going to be different.
I agree with that.
So there's not necessarily a whole lot of consistency on that part.
Well, when they do small batch, they blend it, and it's better probably, but you're right.
So
Here we go. Cheers. Nose.
Relatively sweet on the nose.
I get this AC blowing in my nose.
I know,
right
it feels
now.
wonderful.
I smell mothballs, but
smell mothballs.
but happy mothballs, like the kind of like the ones at South Crest.
Happy mothballs.
It's a little happy mothball. There's a little happy thing here.
It smells pretty good on the nose.
I think it's average.
So when we went and visited, the first time we went and visited, we actually did a tasting there. And I was not a big fan of the tasting. I did not really enjoy it because it was not the regular Peerless. It was like all their other ones. And there was one that was like allegedly cinnamon, and it really tasted like a firecracker in your mouth.
It really did.
It was not good. It was like a red hot exploded in your mouth, and it was just not tasty. No comment, Jay. It did not give me a good mouthfeel.
That was not a satisfying.
It was not satisfying.
The legs on this are not particularly long, and the mouthfeel to me is a little thin, but I love the taste. It's a perfect heat. Hot, a little bit hot in the front, a little bit hot in the middle, a little bit hot in the back. I love that part of it.
Hot.
Definitely got a cinnamony thing to it.
It does have a little cinnamony.
And you got a little hug too. So to me, this is like the perfect heat, and that's what I love. So that's good. Ravin, I don't even know what he's asked me here. Can you, from a taste, assert what you think the mash bill might be?
Oh, we're not that good.
No,
I'm not. I know, I know if it's good or it's not good. So it's either
good
butthole or not.
Good or butthole. I would say this is going to be 72-ish% corn.
We have our first super chat.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Woo!
How about that, man?
Everybody hold down.
Oh wow.
Yes, look at that. Oh, so excited.
Oh, we give a DJ
Oh,
air horn.
yeah, look at that. Yes, sorry, I had to interrupt you, but when history's being made, you have to
Thank you,
break
Cassie.
in.
Thank
It's
you very
breaking
much
news.
for the super chat.
Thank you, buddy. Cheers.
I guess for me, when I taste that now, I mean, I've drank Peerless a bunch, but for me, it's just the way it's the same feel.
This
all the
is
way
very
through.
good.
I just like that.
For 107 proof, it's good.
Look at
It's
this.
just very easy.
Kanuma jumps in with a super chat code and gives a boom.
Oh, look at you. Y'all, we're raking it in tonight.
Let's see. Cuz says, hey, thank you very much, Kanuman.
Thank you.
You're always here for us, bro. He says a review of the double oak speculated on the mash bill at 68, 16, 16.
Oh, interesting.
So 68 corn, 16 rye, and 16 barley.
Interesting.
Malted barley. So yeah, I think it has a little. It has a rye.
Once again, I'm not phoning home about the double oak. That's not really my my wheelhouse, I guess.
But it would have the same mash bill.
This Peerless is good. It's very good. I like it. I will give it 3.75.
See, so here's what's bugging me about this.
What?
So we had a talk with Ravin about what we're gonna do, 5 or 10, right?
It's
Everything's
5.
gonna scale 5 or 10.
It's
I know.
5.
But when you start doing this 3 3/4 bullshit, then
Why
it's
not?
like, why do we just do a 10? Because then it could be 7.
No. That's not 3 3/4.
You know what I mean. I mean, it's silly. I can. Courtney, look at this.
Oh my gosh! All the way from Maastricht. I wonder. Do you think that's in what do they call it? Guilders? Are those in Guilders?
How many guilders? That's 17,000 guilders.
That is what it's called over there. Well, it may be whatever the.
The currency in the Netherlands, according to
It's now the
Google,
euro,
is the
but they
euro.
didn't have the euro when I was there. This is way back when. They didn't have the euro in there. So it used to be the guilder, 100%.
Oh, Dawn definitely remembers that.
You remember the guilder?
Dawn used to skip down the street and deliver wooden shoes for a couple guilders.
That's right. That was more than a couple guilders, but yeah.
Anyway, thank you,
Look at
Dawn.
that. Yes, nice. This is very good. I think everybody should have a bottle of Peerless for a couple of reasons. One, it's not one that you see all the time. It's Secondly, it's a beautiful bottle. I love it. It looks like it could be part of an apothecary. And third, it's just for a higher proof. It drinks easy. So, cheers to that.
Is 107 isn't a higher proof?
107 is a higher proof if you're not used to bourbon.
All right, so then what's the cutoff? 100? See, for me, it'd be like
105.
I would say 110.
Okay, 110.
But I would agree. 107's.
I'm saying that this does not drink like 107 at all.
To me, do
What?
you think it's hotter or cooler?
Cooler.
I think it's hotter.
Really?
I think this drinks like a 112, 113.
That might be because you have buffalo chicken tonight. Maybe your mouth feels all jacked up.
Maybe it's because I'm with the hottest girl in the room.
That's what it in the room. Oh, he always knows how to throw a compliment, ladies.
There's a reason we've been married 75 years, and she's so satisfied.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now we've got some Peerless down our throats. The standard.
I wish I had a dozen like you.
The standard small batch. We could try some of these other expressions that are single barrels.
Okay.
And we
have one that has not been cracked yet. I just peeled the label off tonight, and then we have this other one that's had just a little bit out.
One thing that's kind of cool about Peerless, as Courtney mentioned earlier, the fact that they use sweet mash means that their barrels are going to potentially be a little different from one to the other. When you're using sour mash, you're using a portion of that. I keep thinking of what's
every single time.
Yeah, and you're
it's like making bread. It's the yeast starter.
You start with some of it left over, and then you add to it. With the sweet mash, you start from scratch. So I'm thinking it could be different each time. Peerless they really dive into this, and instead of most distillers, when you get a single barrel, it's like it's a single barrel, whatever. They name each of their single barrel products. So we have 3 different ones here. This one right here that I got in my hand, this is Cousin Becky's. This is called Soda Shop. Let me go ahead and switch over. I think the intern got this done.
Ooh, Jay, we got another super chat.
Another super chat.
Here we go.
He says, double oak equals 3.25 briquettes in my book.
I don't know about that.
Really, Cassidy P?
I love
You're
it.
Keep going with this
I love it. He knows. He's smart.
portion thing?
Yes, he's smart. See, but here's the thing. So I was trying to find some briquettes to to use for this, but I don't know that I can break them up into 4s.
Briquettes.
So the one thing I do not like about the labeling with Peerless is that all these bottles look the same, right?
Well,
Except for this first one.
Well, you got the red and then the white.
No, these are all the same.
Yeah, but they
right
have the
here.
stickers on the side, which is really
I am
kick-ass.
saying if you are in the store, there's nothing that shows you that any of these are different, correct?
Yes, there is something that should tell you they're different. Look at the little sticker.
I'm saying that if this is on a shelf, JT, you cannot tell the difference in them unless you rotate and look at it, correct?
Yeah. Okay, correct, Courtney. You're
Okay,
right.
thank you.
You're
Now,
sure.
I don't know if they sell these outside of the distillery. I would assume they do. Do they?
I think they do sometimes, but we always get them at the distillery.
Okay.
125 at the distillery, which me and Cuz, we'd been there before and thought about buying some stuff, and you got to take a long look when you're going to drop 125 on a bottle that you've never tasted before. But he dropped the 125 on this soda shop, and I don't think I've had this one.
You had to have had this.
I don't think I've had it. Not because he didn't share it. He has another one that's called like a Manhattan or something, which is really good. I still get the pleasant,
Ooh.
like the pleasant
That's a pleasant
mothballs.
nose.
I like
know
it
that
though.
I get soda shop. I don't know what a soda shop.
Oh, well, it's right here. The
like.
notes say that it's going to be cream soda and toasted cocoa. Notes of cream soda and
I mean,
toasted
maybe
cocoa.
I don't really smell that. But
But did you taste it?
I haven't put it in my mouth yet, Jay.
Well, that's sad. I thought we usually start with that.
Not all the time.
Okay. Now that tastes a lot different than the one we just had.
It does.
It really does taste a lot different.
I don't get any cream soda, but if that's what they say it is, that's what they say it is.
Kind of do like.
Oh, I get it. I'm getting it at the end. I'm getting it at the end.
It's like a vanilla-y type thing.
So this would be a good one to mix with Diet Coke, is what you're saying.
That
Not.
is not what I'm saying.
Thumbs down on that.
No. Let's see. Ravin says, "Is that water in that bottle?"
In his Owala over there, is water plus liquid IV. Y'all know I got to keep him hydrated. He's been out in that nasty heat today, so
Yeah, I was really thirsty.
he needed to to put some of that in his mouth.
Me and Jason Caldwell, we're the same age. Well, he's actually 2 weeks older than me, and he always will be. The heat is kind of getting us a little bit more than we used to.
Yeah, because we're old.
Me and Jason were making sure to stay in the shade today.
Ooh, but I like this. This is a good one. It doesn't. The cream soda is lingering. I can taste it now. It's lingering at the end in my mouthfeel.
111.9 proof. So you got 4 points hotter. But to me, this actually tastes less hot.
I'd say it's
This reminds me more like a 100.
It's smooth, but I do like that it has a nice finish and it lingers.
I got to finish.
I do like that. Oh, here it goes.
Um,
Did y'all hear that? I hope so. That's a bonus.
I don't know if this is like just placebo effect or what, but I kind of do get the cream soda and toasted cocoa a little bit.
I get it at the end. I don't get.
Yeah,
I didn't get it until the end. So, but it's good. I like this. I would have this again for sure. I'm gonna give it.
Knuman says he loves Jason Caldwell. We all do.
I'm gonna give this
Great guy.
3 3/8.
Get the fuck out of here,
Just
Cassidy P.
Just to piss
You
Jay
have
off.
done that, Cassidy P.
Just to piss
Jumped
Jay
on
off.
your bandwagon, and now he makes it. He's
Just to
normalized
piss Jay off. I'm doing that.
He's normalizing it, and it's terrible.
No, it's very good. I like both of these. These both are very good. So,
Thank you for.
I
the
mean,
course,
now
guys.
that I've had 3 3/4, and this is,
Unbelievable.
I like it a lot.
I
It's
would
good.
give this 4 briquettes
good.
out of 5.
I'd agree with you.
This is good.
So I'm allowed to do a half a briquette, just not
I
a
think
quarter?
I'm okay with a half.
Okay. You're okay with halfy?
No, the question is, are you okay with a half?
All right. So we need to hydrate a little. So
I already have. I'm way ahead of you. Raven says 3/8. He's confused too. It's getting a little specific, isn't it, Raven?
y'all know I'm just doing that to fuck with Jay.
Cassidy P says, I give it 9 furlongs.
I like it. That's a long time. That's a long run.
I told a funny joke one time.
Oh, you did one time?
Moving
Just
on.
one time?
Moving on. No, this is when I was getting my wisdom teeth taken out. Courtney used to needle point me belts
I did.
back in the 90s. And one time I joked with the nurse that she did a horse one. And I said she left it 1 furlong short because I was on the very last. Thing. And
It was the whole racetrack. We had to add some more green.
yeah, she only made it 6 furlongs and I needed 7, if you know what I mean. That was kind of funny. She laughed out loud on that one.
That was also when Jay came to after getting his wisdom teeth. Goes, hey, she's really hot.
She was really
That's what he
hot.
says to me about the nurse.
I wonder how hot she actually was, though.
I don't know. She was cute. I don't think she was like
absolutely
smoking. But
Raven says we're going to have
Yes.
8 11s here soon.
Yes.
See, this is what you
just
do.
to make Jay mad.
This is
That's what
you
we're going to do.
All right, the next one we're going to do, Snortney, is the Peerless Single Barrel Autumn. Yeah, I know, the other one.
Okay.
The orange label. You can see it there.
This is brand new. Has not been busted open yet.
You can see that little autumn, that little orange sticker there that differentiates it from the others.
Boy,
And it
I'm having to
says-
crank this one open.
Well, I love
Hold
when
on.
you crank it that hard. Hey!
Aw.
This one says it's got the notes of warm allspice and I believe it says toasted sugar. So
Let's
they
try
believe that
this.
was. We got Madison up in here.
Hey, Maddie T.
Maddie T says, "LOL,
What's up,
that is
Maddie
funny."
T?
And she also says, "Hello, blenders, I've been lurking."
Yes,
Madison's been
lurker.
lurking.
Lurker.
Hey,
What
Maddie,
she
I
had
saw,
to do some simulation today. What'd you have to simulate, Maddie?
Yeah, the same things your mom simulates.
Yeah, like liking. Anyway.
I was gonna say orgasms, but that's fine. I'm just kidding. Yeah,
You're awful.
You gotta take one for the team every now and then. Okay, so this is 115 proof. Oh my goodness gracious!
Wow,
got a
Maddie
super
T
chat
got a super chat.
in Maddie's honor.
Look at
Look at
that. Yay, cheers.
We will put that toward her allowance that she gets. No, I'm just teasing. No, I'm just teasing. And Maddie works. So. Thank you, Knuman. That's dose for
very nice.
Knuman. Dose for Cassidy P.
Cassidy
And then
P,
Don
yeah.
Proper Dick and Gilders.
Everybody's very nice.
We love the Gilders.
Very nice.
Raven says there's a nice bung pull.
Yes, it was. Did you hear that pop?
We loved it. All right, I'm excited about this.
Okay, so this is autumn.
Warm allspice and
It
toasted
should taste
sugar.
like fire then, right?
Warm allspice? I don't know if that tastes like fire.
No, I'm just saying. Autumn always reminds me of
Look
a
at
campfire,
this. Look
right?
at this, Maddie.
Ah, Maddie Tay, look at you.
This is like family on family violence. There, right?
Ooh, I forgot to have a message.
I know people. I do that when I on the brain drain. I go, no message offered, no message needed. Appreciate you for the super chat.
Thanks,
there,
Mads. Thanks, Mads. Sorry, did I do that when you're drinking?
Thank you, Maddie. Let's see if there's any, Ravin, if there's any change to the legs or the mouthfeel in this bitch.
Oh, Maddie said her super chat was for Kanuman.
Oh,
I like it.
Her super chat was for Kanuman. She
I love
forgot
it.
to add a message. Blake is in the house.
Blake! Man, we've got some studs tonight. How do we get so lucky?
I think the whole Dirty Dozen's here tonight. We got plus some guests.
Oh, this smells good.
It really
I like
does have a
this.
good smell. Now I get a little bit better.
Oh, that smells really good. That smells like some
Allspice?
But see, I don't know if the word autumn is like in my psyche now that I'm going to be like, I like the smell of this because I love campfire, fall, leaves. Like, that's my shit. And so I don't know if I'm thinking, what?
I'm calling bullshit on that. The reason you like campfires, I know why you like campfires, and it doesn't have to do with the weather.
Yes, it does. Nice, cool weather. We get like 2 weeks of it here in Alabama. It's nice. What?
I'll tell you that.
No.
I thought we were going to tell the truth on this show.
We are telling the
We're
truth.
going to lie then, fine. We're going to start lying. Today's the day we start lying on the Bourbon Blend.
We are not lying.
On show 32.
We are not lying.
Tell them why you like fire. Why you like.
Because it reminds me of campfires back when I was in high school. And I used to go to campfires, and it would be a whole bunch of people, and we would get completely lit, and there may have been some smooching.
Now we're getting to the
May
bottom.
have been.
As Paul Harvey would say,
May have
now
been.
for the rest of the story.
There may have been some smooching under the blanket.
Good day. Let's see. Cassidy P says that bottle looks dark from the pictures. It does seem dark.
It's dark. It is dark. Well,
but it's also full, bro.
Yeah.
And so like Cousins looks a little lighter.
But this
that's
is
because it's
but
like, he's
that's
got
dark.
less in there.
But these two are about the same.
You're right though. That is some dark ass shit right there.
It is.
The darker the cushion, the sweeter the pushing, or whatever they say that in the
Perfect.
world. I don't know.
Yes, bonfires. Loved a bonfire.
Bonfires.
Yes. Everybody that participated in bonfires in high school, no matter your age, knows what I'm talking about.
I did not engage in bonfires.
Yeah, because you're a big dork. You're busy charting your music and.
That was in '84.
Exactly.
I guarantee I was more popular than you.
Who comes up with something like that?
I'm just telling you, man. I know.
Who comes up with something like that at 52 years old?
I know.
Who says that?
No.
You are such a dork.
No. I was. Last week was worse when I said you were way too hot to be as poor as you were. That was one of my favorite things I've ever said to you. That's so funny.
I don't even know what that means.
Because it's kind of a compliment, but it's kind of not. Too.
I don't know what that means.
You're not sure how to take it, and I love that.
I don't know
part
what
of
that
it.
means.
Don jumps in with another super chat.
Yeah.
Not in Gilders though. He says these suckers have poked by.
I don't know about
These
that.
suckers have poked by a campfire.
I don't know about
Here's
that.
the problem. It's not these suckers. It's that sucker.
I poked a hot dog on a stick and put it over the campfire. That's correct.
He didn't seem
And a
burned when
marshmallow.
I don't remember him having burns on his body. What?
What?
Huh? Let's hear Finn says, wow, the betting pool is open, boys. This
Is that for who goes down
tickers
first?
on the over. We talking about is it breadsticks? When will we see breadsticks? I'm just teasing. Thank you, Don. Thank you for jumping in with that super chat, G. That was good stuff.
Thank you.
These suckers have poked by a cat. No, it's her. It's not me. This sure is good.
I haven't tasted it yet.
I mean, it's good. I'm interested to taste our last one before I decide which one the best one is. You know what I mean?
All of them have a late taste hit. So I do like that because it lingers.
Kuhneman says you put it over a campfire? Courtney.
Put the wiener on a stick over the campfire. It's the last time I spoke with him.
Cassie DP jumps in. This is Don Properdick, we call that roasting weenies.
That's right. Thanks for clearing up our English around here.
In Southern Holland, you call that poking. But here in America, we would call that roasting weenies.
Roasting weenies.
And outside
but
of
a very
Kentucky.
important question is, how do people like their weenies roasted? Like, some people like it just lightly
Yes.
roasted. Some people like it like charred, and then some people like it like a briquette. Like it's been on fire, and yeah. I like just a little bit of toast on my weenie.
I would say I like medium char on a weenie.
I know, it's weird. I don't like it to be black on there. I don't like it to be crunchy.
Maybe just dark brown. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't.
These are important questions that we discuss.
Tim just
on
says
here.
LMAO.
These are the important things we discuss on here. But the thing I like about these all three of them, I have a nice finish. Very nice finish.
You like a good finish.
I don't like
Strong finish.
I don't like my esophagus to be burning, and that's not the case here at all.
Why would you?
But I like the finish. My mouthfeel is happy.
I do feel like that with this autumn one, that the heat that I like so much in their small batch is muted. It doesn't just these. The last two we've had, I felt like it says 115 proof, but it drinks like it's 95 to 100.
It doesn't drink like it's.
So if you're somebody who would like softer bourbons, I don't mean that in a disparaging way, just ones that don't hit very hard.
Right. So this is a good, it's a much more expensive complement to my Old Forester 1920.
They're too expensive.
These are too expensive, but they have a bitch and bottle. It's like a little crafty kind of distillery. So.
Maddie says, I saw a TikTok video. The Chinese government thanks you for being an ambassador over there. Of somebody seasoning their wiener before throwing it on the grill. I'm intrigued. Okay, seasoning
it with
wiener,
what?
You'd have to put goo on it, right? Because if you put like a dry rub on it, it would just fall off.
I don't know.
Or could you lube it up and then put stuff on it so it would stay, and then you cook it?
What do you lube it with, do you think? You oil it all up and
yeah,
roll it around in seasoning?
A big oily bohunk. Yeah, exactly.
And then my other question would be, maybe that's my next Courtney's Corner, is best weenies.
Brandon says this is making me uncomfortable. That is true. Canoeman jumps in with another super chat. Is this guy? He's off the chain
Oh,
tonight.
Canoeman, look at you.
Epic best segment ever. I hope he's having fun. We're on it for the vibes.
That's
Canoeman.
right.
Corey and I have a lot of fun together. In fact, I don't know if I can tell. Can I tell him about what Rebecca said? Is that fair?
Oh, yeah, that's fine.
So just to break for a little sidebar here, I go to therapy. I've been going to therapy for a while. I'm very glad to have established rapport with my therapist when my mom died, because I was a mess. Courtney comes with me fairly often as a character witness. Is what
That's
I
what
tell
Jay
Rebecca.
says.
I go, we don't need therapy, as you will soon understand, but she's my character witness because she sees things and I trust her viewpoint and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so we've seen her together maybe 5 or 6 times, and she told us last time, I don't know what you guys are my...
She said, I wish I could use you all as a couple to show others how to communicate.
Exactly. So your communication
because
is
but think of what she has to look at. She doesn't exactly seeing the folks that get along.
Right. You don't go to a therapist and say,
her job is
things
like
are going great.
the couples that she's seeing are disgruntled and mad at each other, but the analogy that she used I loved, and I think it's really cool, is talking about how in a lot of relationships that you've got 2 asses, 2 donkeys, and they're both pulling the rope and they're going this direction when all they have to do is turn around and look, and the food is right there.
Food's in the middle.
And I love that analogy. I thought it was awesome because that's so true. You're so busy fighting and pulling away and getting angry that if you turn around, you can look and say, oh my gosh, that's my partner, and I love them.
I did want to say, when she brought up that analogy, though, she said, you got 2 good donkeys that are kind of butt to butt. And I thought, that food that you think's in the middle, that might be a big pile of shit. I was just throwing that out there.
Either way, you still look back and admire your shit then, I guess.
Yeah, well, I've got a soundbite for that one.
Good, sometimes shit.
Sometimes maybe good.
Sometimes maybe she. Hold on. Blake picked up on something there. He said she pronounced it esophagus.
That's right.
That's a SNL sketch from
Esophagus.
many years ago that we loved.
Yes.
Kanuman says, so let's recap what we learned so far tonight. We can now super chat. And AA does not like BBC. Wait, she loves Bardstown Bourbon Company.
I do. I love Bardstown Bourbon Company. You are incorrect.
Cassidy B says the blend is known for repartee and double entendre.
Oh, those are very big words. Those are very big words.
He's a smart guy. Matty T, who I think we know fairly well, says I think mustard was the binder with the Cajun seasoning.
No.
That's an
You know I
interesting
don't do
idea.
mustard on my wiener, and everybody makes fun of me, but I only like ketchup with my wiener.
No, well, that's fine. You're a girl. But if you're a man, you got to have mustard on a hot dog, and that's just the way it is. I'm sorry, guys. If you guys like ketchup, that's fine. You need to keep that shit quiet.
No, sorry. I mean, I can take ketchup and a little bit of mustard, just a tiny bit, but like it lathered in mustard, that sounds nasty.
You sound like you'd like to have it lathered in something. Tim says incredible amount of wiener talk going on.
Well, just you wait for Courtney's Corner next week, because we're going to have best wieners.
Are you serious?
That's going to be our topic. I need to know what the best wiener is out there so I can go get it.
I'd say Dirk Diggler's.
Yes.
Those of you who are
I'm
Boogie
good
Nights
enough.
fans.
I'm smart enough.
Doggone it, my PP likes me. Blake says spicy mustard is what I use to
Rub
rub
your
my
meats.
that I smoke.
Oh, I'm glad that you added that at the end.
He smokes. Because spicy mustard would not be advisable.
In the pee hole.
What? I was talking about.
Am I right?
How
Am
was
I
someone
correct?
cooking?
I think all the men on here would vote that I am correct.
Why would you? Where did you come with pee hole from what he said?
Because you're talking about wieners.
He's talking about what he cooks and he smokes.
I know. He says he's rubbing his meat, so.
Guys, I'm sorry. We need a break here. We need technical difficulties. All right, so this is pretty good, huh, Courtney?
Yes, this is very good. I like it as well.
I'll give this a 4 1/4.
I definitely
No,
smell
we
the
can't do
allspice
We can't
now.
do quarters, can we? I'd give this a 4 1/2.
Okay.
The mouth feels really good, Ravin. It's a little thin, but I mean, it just tastes good, dude.
I love it.
I don't like
It's
that the
really
heat's
good.
muted, but I do like the taste.
I really like it.
So I'll go with that.
See, we're probably going to get effed up a lot quicker today
And Blake
because
says,
he's
amen.
115.
Only men in touch with their feminine side put ketchup on wieners, which is exactly how I feel. And I don't know if Cuz wants to step out here. I'll let Cuz speak for himself. He's already said mustard is the choice, but I don't know if it's because of man, woman, or whatever, but that's just the way it is. Don says he's about to go slap his meat on the grill.
Yeah, what's your favorite meat on the grill? Like if you're going to have, okay, wait, I do have a discussion. This is a very important discussion and I need feedback. Okay, in Kentucky where I grew up, if you were going to have a cookout, that was different than having a barbecue, okay? So down here in the South, I don't ever hear the term cookout, except the restaurant. But like I never hear anybody saying, I'm having a cookout. Okay. I'm barbecuing this weekend. But they're having hamburgers and hot dogs. I'm confused. Somebody, please enlighten me.
What do I even hear? Cuz would just say he's grilling blank. Like that's the only time I ever see it.
But I don't know. What do you guys think? Because I was very confused because in Kentucky we were very clear.
To me,
I'm cooking out some hot dogs and hamburgers.
Yeah, to me, a cookout is more of a social situation where it's going to be some kind of shit like that. Where a barbecue is like what we had.
To me, barbecue is going to be like ribs and.
It'd be like what we had at Bob Mapplethorpe's place. Like that was a fucking barbecue.
Yeah, like chicken and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, Maddie's right. Cookout is burgers and hot dogs. More of a social thing, right?
Well, barbecue is still social.
It still is social. You're right.
But anyway, I've heard it referred to as barbecue, and I was just confused because I'm like, oh, you're making some ribs? No, they weren't having ribs. They were having hamburgers and hot dogs.
Tim says ketchup on hot dogs is weird.
Okay, I'm weird.
No,
but
you're a girl, that's all. Raven says, I hope we have an episode with food pairings.
Oh, what goes with your wiener?
And Cassidy B says grilling out.
Okay, that's another term.
Cuz is really the only person I go to them when they're grilling, and he just says, hey, we're going to put blank on the grill.
Right.
So I guess we skip this with Cuz. Mm-hmm. He don't really have to use a verb there, you know. Madison says cookout is social to me and barbecue is everyone silently chowing down, which has been our experience.
That is true. That is true.
One of the great bunker members, Bob Mapplethorpe, he lives out in the country up north of Auburn, and he invited us to go for a true barbecue last summer.
Oh my gosh, it was amazing.
Barbecue. Like, he had
like
a
probably
full pig
he had
and
like
all that.
he had the full pig. He had like 10 chickens that were half chickens, so it was 20 half chickens. It was and pork and what else he have?
Look at this, Courtney.
Ribs.
Call
It
me
was
Biscuit in
amazing.
the house. Remember that Old Women late night sex talk show on years ago? We are getting close tonight, talking about Sue Johansson.
Are you talking about Sue Johansson? That's where we get the briquettes from.
That's what we talk about.
right.
Briquettes. She would
Yes.
She would do reviews on sex toys, and then she would give them a number of briquettes
Yes,
as her grading.
as to how feisty they were.
There you go. Don jumps in again. Question: all those intricate extra flavors, are they derived by chance through the process, or is it the distillers pouring in flavor ingredients? It's a great question.
Ah, very good
because
question.
that Penelope Rio, I have suspicions.
Here's the thing: you cannot pour in flavor ingredients in bourbon.
You're not supposed to.
No, you cannot call it bourbon then. It has to be.
That Penelope Rio is flavored. I swear to you, it is.
I think they just put like 50 staves in there of whatever they wanted to make it sweet with, and aged it for like 4 months.
Don, it's supposed to be through the wood. The choice of wood is supposed to amplify or create those.
Well, the staves that they put in it.
Well, staves also, yeah.
It can't be the actual wood.
But the staves are wood.
Because, yes, I'm talking about the barrel. The barrel is always going to be the same kind of oak. Now, well, white oak is going to be white oak, but it can be from different places, so it does give taste
I strongly
differently.
suspect that people are doing that, Don, but we can't prove it. Let's see. Cassidy Pieces by Mablethorpe could give Colonel Sanders the meat sweats.
Oh.
He's good.
No.
Although he says that Southern Gent's even better than he is, and we know
It
Shorts
was
can do a hell of a
freaking
job.
nuts, man. Ugh.
We have some great grillers and barbecuers at iHeartSports.com, and we are grateful to have them around to teach us and to feed us as well.
I take the feeding part well.
Yeah, I'm going to feed you something. Raven says barbecue is a more thought-out social experience, not a fast cook. Many hours of cooking for the higher social life.
Ah, there you go. That's why I don't know much about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I'm like the burgers and dogs girl.
Hey, I think the last time I ate out with Raven, I was at the that seafood place. What was it called? Don's or Doc's?
What was it called? I forgot. Doc's? I can't remember what it was.
It was fucking
A little
good,
seafood place there in
Yeah,
Orange
and
Beach.
you order something, they literally put a mound of shit there. There's no way you could finish it. Like it's like this tall. It was amazing. Brandon says doesn't have to be white oak.
I thought it had to be white oak.
To be what?
I thought that's what the new barrel had to be.
I thought it was charred oak. Charred American oak? No?
Okay,
I
maybe
don't
I'm
know.
incorrect. It does have to, and I know it has to be oak.
Brandon knows some shit.
Okay, so
we'll go
I
with
might
that.
be incorrect.
I don't know either, Courtney, so you don't feel bad. I'm not sure on that one. I thought it
Okay.
was charred oak barrels.
It does have to be that. I know that.
Forrest asks, I wonder if any distillers use anything other than white oak for barrels. Yeah, absolutely, there are. Because if you're not trying to do bourbon, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, right?
Yeah, right.
Like that Kentucky
wanna
Gentleman
make-
swill that you made me drink. There ain't no way there's any charred oak in that shit. That's simulated at best. That's like parchment paper or something they're using.
So yes, Vince says Doc's, and that's the place that said they have the best fried shrimp in the world or whatever.
It is damn good, though.
Yeah.
I'm not a fried shrimp guy, but that was damn good. I'll tell you that. Revenge says it has to be American oak.
American oak,
Doesn't have to
okay.
be white. oak.
Sorry, I was incorrect.
Well, Brandon douses any kind of oak, but I thought it was. Is it charred oak barrels?
Yeah, I know
Maybe it
is
doesn't have to be American.
For some reason, I thought it was white.
Maybe bourbon just has to be distilled in America.
Yeah.
You can't have bourbon from like Ireland or wherever the fuck. Anyway, can we all be right?
We're all right, of course. We get more right as we drink more too.
Colby Biscuit says, has a distiller ever been caught breaking the rules of making bourbon?
Oh.
I recall Maker's Proof was an issue in the others.
Oh, I don't know any of that gossip.
I don't know if that's actually been happened. I bet it's happened.
I would imagine that would be like big time issues, like because the other distillers would want to plaster that everywhere.
Let me ask you
We're
this.
not like Makers. We actually do the right thing.
Who would even bust them though? Like if there's not like a bourbon police? Would it be the government? Because I don't think the government really gives a fuck.
It's the bourbon police.
Have
you seen it? They drive around in a little barrel.
Like the Wienermobile, but it's a barrelmobile.
Exactly. That's what happens.
B. Haynes
You haven't
comes
seen
in
him?
to say it's a new container of charred oak. A new container. It doesn't have to be a barrel. It can be any vessel.
That is true. It can be a
That is
box.
charred oak. And Brandon notes that it has to be new charred oak. That's correct. You made that point earlier today when that dude asked you about bourbon. You said it has to be new. Mm-hmm. And Raven says drink. I wonder what I did. What did I say? Did I talk about breadsticks?
I don't know what you did.
All right, we got one more Peerless to go here, guys. The conversation's been amazing.
So we had Autumn, Soda Shop, and then what is this one, Jay?
This is Kettle Corn.
Kettle Corn.
Now this is one that Cuz and I...
Wait, so let's see. Oh, that was a good one.
Me and Cuz have had this before, and it was so fucking good. Cuz has got a backup on this.
It came up in my nose real quick.
Well, you need to blow that stuff the reversal because you don't want to take that in. You don't take any of that down your throat. I know that. Let's see.
Oh, see, we have some dissent among us of what it has to be in.
Let's see. He's gotten a yellow card for dissent. Conan says it must be made in the United States, Puerto Rico, or Washington, D.C.
Yeah, so U.S.
We're also going through the other requirements. Let's see. Cassidy B says makers cut their proof to 84 about 10 years ago. Only lasted a few weeks due to backlash. Not breaking rules, just dumb marketing ploy, I think. I remember that they tried to say something about how we weren't able to continue at that rate of making bottles at the higher proof or something. Everybody's like, fuck you.
Interesting.
We used to drink the gold shit, and then they were like, oh, never mind, we're good. I remember that, though, Cassidy P. I didn't know it was that long ago. Mm-hmm. The years really get away from us.
They do.
AU256 is in the house. One of the guys from the Madison Mafia. Glad to have you, brother.
This smells delicious.
This has a buttery thing. Oh, I see buttery now.
I get caramel for sure.
I get like a rum, like a...
Almost rummy. Yeah, I get that too.
Like a rummy... Maybe it's just sugary or something.
That's good. The nose reminds me of Rio.
Yeah. So this says happy mothballs and rum goodness to me on the nose. Ooh. Daddy likes that.
You know, it's my least favorite of these.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
It has the best nose, but it's my least favorite. I'm going to give it one briquette. I'm teasing.
Yeah, I was like, come on, get out of here.
I had to say that just to make you mad.
Raven, I'd like to see some longer legs on this, my man. Mouthfeel, again, is a little light on this, but...
I think it's a little spicy.
I think this drinks to its proof, though.
Like I said, I like the Soda Shop and the Autumn better than this.
Interesting.
Yeah. This one I can feel in my esophagus.
This is the closest to the small batch that there is, too. Because I thought the other two had kind of muted the heat. And
That's probably why I like it.
Regular mute. That's probably why you don't like it, right? You said this is your
No, I said why I like these other two.
Oh,
is
yeah.
What I meant.
This definitely mutes the heat a little bit.
I don't know. I feel it in my esophagus, and I haven't felt that in the others.
I really like this nose, though. I'm not sure. It's not quite as good as Old Forester 1924, which is my favorite nose, but this is good. Mm-hmm. This reminds me of like those chessmen cookies my mom used to get.
Chessmen.
She fucking loved chessmen.
Those things are good. They're really good.
That smells
You
really
know,
good.
a chessman is best with some vanilla ice cream.
Yes.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Raven says butthole or not.
It's
Courtney.
It's not butthole. It's not butthole.
Well, if you say it's
not
butthole,
butthole.
you need to go drink some Kentucky Gentleman.
No, it's not butthole. It's good. It has a little more fire on it than I would like, to me. I still feel it like a little burn.
Colin Biscuit asks, is the Bourbon Blend started building a new studio?
Not yet. Man, we are, what do you call it? When somebody, we're squatting. We're squatting in this spot until the home is sold. When the home is sold, we will have to figure another locale out.
The home is supposed to go on the market on the 15th.
Pretty soon. Well, no, after that.
Oh.
It's going to be after that.
Well, fuck. I thought that we were going to do that.
Jay, we're having... Anyway, we'll discuss later.
We'll discuss later.
It's going on the market
soon. We would love for one of you guys to live here.
Yeah, we need... Come on down.
And
Forrest is in the chat. He'd love to talk to you.
Forrest, in addition to being a stud, is also our realty.
Yes.
Our realtors are.
Yes.
It's been very... him and Jamie have been so good to us through the years.
Yes.
Let's see. Wardam Steve says, just opened a small batch 110 proof. I've had a few years.
Oh, wow.
So let's see what you think about that bad boy.
Okay, well, share with us how it is.
Some extra time in the incubator helped it all. Tim the Toolman Taylor says, Kettle Corn? I know. I think that's kind of putting a long tail on the kite there, G.
I don't taste kettle corn.
I like it though. To me, it's just kind of like it's got a rum thing about it. I don't know. It's kind of a rummy. If you really like Peerless like I do, then this is good shit.
Like I said, it would be my least of the three
This is a 4
that we've
or
tasted.
4.5 for me. I really like this.
I'd probably put it at a 3.
Let's see. A256 says, what's the autumn one you were talking about, AA?
He's right here.
Yeah, let me pull up the picture here real quick. So each of the Peerless single barrels, you can see the picture of the bottle. This is our actual bottle here. The little orange sticker to the left. They put a special sticker on each small single barrel pick.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to taste it again because he wasn't here for it.
They try to put a long tail on the kite and be like, oh, this one tastes like warm allspice and toasted sugar. You know
now,
what I mean?
we got all 3 of these at the distillery, correct?
Yeah. These are
Or
all
wait,
distilled.
yeah, they all came from the
Greg
distillery.
got that one.
Yeah.
He toted it.
Yes.
Actually, the
So I'm
bourbon
going
trade,
back
we
in
call
on
it
the
Bourbon.
autumn one to see if I like it after I've had the kettle corn. Nose is still good.
This would be a tough one to find in Alabama, my man, AU256, because these are not probably going to be in the state of Alabama. But we got these at the distillery in Louisville. So
this is good. I think all you're going to find in Alabama is this baby, right?
Well, that and they have a rye.
And the rye, yeah.
Which I'm not interested in. Me and Cuz have seen a couple. I think we saw the high rye one, Cuz. Might have been in Florida.
Florida?
The dark gray one, which we passed on. But yeah, these single barrels,
Oh, a double oaked you can find sometimes.
Yeah, you can find it.
Yeah.
Whatever. In your mouth. Anyway, Peerless, you can definitely tell. I like it more than Courtney.
I think it's good. I think it's, I'm not a fan, like I said, that you have to actually read, just like my friends in the chat said. You have to pick this sucker up off the shelf, turn it around to see what you're going to get. I want to walk in and be able to look at it, and it's going to tell me what I'm going to get. Now, they should just take that little sticker and put it around the front on these single barrels, and then I'd be happy. Anyway, I don't know how much they're worrying about distributing that at a store.
I got an interesting... So you think that before a girl dates a guy, he should stand up in a wall full of 15 guys and everybody pulls their dick out so she can decide which dick is the biggest?
The biggest isn't the question.
Because you can't always tell when you're looking at a guy how big his dick is.
The biggest is not the question. But yes, if they're standing on the wall, they need to rotate around so I can take a look.
Can we do that for the girls too?
The girls are not interested in that.
Because I would have been cool with a Chi.
It's called a lineup in the police station.
Why don't we call it? We should have had a Chi chapter Chi Mega lineup.
Jay, that's what they do when you're trying to pick out the bad guy.
I know, yeah.
I've watched lots of.
Some would argue you are the bad guy.
I've watched lots of Law and Order. Thank you very much.
Let's see. A256 says he'll be up in Kentucky in October. He'll look for.
There you go. They'll have something new then too.
You got to go to the distillery for that.
Oh yeah. Now you have to go to Louisville.
And you're going to feel like you're getting into a bad part of town, but just suspend your disbelief.
Yeah, just park on the street, not in the parking lot across, because they will tow you in the parking lot across. Park on the street.
jumps in with another super chat. This guy, I think 4 today. Which of these Peerless would best accompany scattered, covered, and smothered?
Exactly.
He is pandering to you.
No, he is just.
He's pandering to you.
He's lining it up. He's ready. He's got that ball, and he's trying to get that strike. I love it.
I can't believe it.
I love it.
Cuz says, I've seen other Peerless bottles in the surrounding states, but single barrel I've only seen at the distillery.
Oh, very interesting.
It may just be Kentucky area. You know what I mean? I read something that they charge more for it at the distillery as to not undercut their retail.
Well, think about it. Okay, if you have a
have
single barrel, you're going to get, how many have a single barrel?
225, but I'm sure there's got to be more than that.
Right. There's multiple single barrels.
Well, I know, but are you telling me there's only 220 bottles of Kettle Corn?
No.
And me and Cuz have 3 of them?
No, I'm not saying that. But they do come out with new things all the time, so.
When we were at the distillery, one thing I kind of regret not getting is they had a poster of all these stickers of all the ones they've put out so far. That was pretty cool.
That is cool. The other thing I really like about Peerless, they got a kitty cat.
They do have a pussy cat.
They have a kitty cat who's in there like So when you walk in, you're basically in their like gift shop area. And the kitty cat's just strolling around in there. I can't remember the kitty cat's name.
I can't either.
Maddie might remember that.
He's got his own Twitter.
Instagram. Yes. So anyway, it's nice. I love the lighting in there too.
It's got dark wood.
Kind of darker. Yeah, it's just neat. I like it.
Connie Biscuit says, drinking Kentucky Spirit Single Barrel tastes spicy to me. Looked it up, supposed to be vanilla, honey, and almond, so I was wrong.
You're never wrong, though, because your palate is different than other people's, so it's however you take it.
Wait, Kentucky Spirit Single Barrel. What is Kentucky Spirit?
I don't know Kentucky Spirit.
Is that the Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit? Is that what that's called?
I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry.
And also, whenever I see almond, I think...
He thinks of other things besides the actual nut.
It kind of is the nut, though.
It's elusive.
You're right about that. Good. Wow, this Peerless sure is tasty. So, nothing I have tasted tonight would dissuade me from my opinion that Peerless
I agree.
is indeed my #1 distillery, and I think that you probably still prefer Old Forester.
I prefer Old Forester because I like consistency and I know what I'm going to get.
You do have consistency, you know what you're going to get.
And this, you don't know what you're going to get each time.
Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit. Gotcha.
Okay, gotcha.
That is a tasty, that's a really tasty bourbon there, brother. That's, to me, Rare Breed and Kentucky Spirit are what smart bourbon drinkers drink. I think it's because it's a smart.
Okay.
You wouldn't know how good that is unless you know bourbon.
Okay.
It's just one man's opinion.
So you guys will like this because today I had, at my place of work, I had somebody who came in on a tour, and somehow he was talking to my assistant director, and it got off about how he likes bourbon. I don't know how it ends up when you're in a child care center talking about that, but somehow it did. And so she's like, oh, you need to talk to my director. She loves bourbon. So I think he thought he was going to, like, catch me. He didn't know who he was talking to. So he's like, so what's your favorite every day? And I was like, well, every day, like, I want to get lit, or every day, like, I just want to drink something smooth. He's like, yeah, smooth. And I'm like, okay, Russell's 10. He's like, I don't like Russell's. I'm like, okay, cool. What do you like? And then I'm like, well, I also like Old Forester. I'm a big Old Forester fan. I like the 1920. Do you like that? Yeah, it's pretty good. And he never would own up about.
So he doesn't know. Never mind.
So, yeah, anyway.
Hold on.
It was a big dick marathon.
Is there a man I could talk to?
Yeah, and
I won. Steve said, add some chunked and diced to them hash browns, and it accompanies some rot gut vodka pretty well.
I like that.
Hey,
nice. I like that.
Laugh on that one? I think we have a BD.
I like that now. But,
I'll give you an applause for that one. It took me a while. Intern stuff. Also, Forrest had jumped in and said, can't go wrong with some Old Forester.
That is true.
Spelled correctly. That's what we like to say.
That's right. Very nice.
He would, it's in his first name, and he would know to make the
Yes, that is.
To discern.
So there was a time back when there were 2 R's in it, though.
It was named after a dude who did have 2 R's, but they changed it for various reasons. All right.
I can't remember why, but.
Yeah, I can't either. Do you want to do pictures now?
So, Jay, why don't you show them what we've been doing this last week? What are some things that we were doing as the Tates? Oh, look at this, y'all. Y'all wish you could hear this karaoke boy.
Yes, I sang karaoke at the Arrowhead Country Club Drawdown. I'm not a member, but I am a fan of many people who are.
Yes.
And you take these pictures and you make me look as fat as I know I'm fat, but you make me look as fat as possible.
Jay, stop! The other pictures had like the lights were on in the background and everything was blurred out. It was terrible.
I think I'm singing "Karma Chameleon" at this point, or maybe "She Took It Like a Man" by Confederate Railroad.
Yeah.
I think I sang 9 songs that night. I was definitely me and David were the #1.
Yes, Jay was enjoying his time.
I was lit as fuck, to be honest with you.
Yes, he was.
You're going to be surprised to hear that, I know.
We need to have a karaoke night someplace.
Guys, for real, I said I was going to sing this song by the Smiths called Stop Me If You Think You've Heard This One Before. Literally everyone in the place is like,
everybody's like, whose song is this?
I'm like, I thought this song was really popular. Like, 89? I listened to it a million times. Anyway, so had fun doing that, and thank you to all my friends for supporting me in that.
Yes.
And clapping for me. And my friend Johnny actually sang with me.
Yes, I didn't put a picture up there because you have had to put an emoji on his face so nobody knew who he was.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at this, y'all. We want some cash.
We did.
We did not win the $10,000.
We didn't win the drawdown,
but there was a random poll, and they said Jay Tate, and then this fool runs around like an idiot to go get it.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, I got my money.
And Courtney is such a...
I wanted to make sure there were 3 $100 bills in there because I just saw the $100 through it, and I just need to make sure that was legit.
We're not members of that community, and you are so uncouth. That is so fucking shady.
It's not shady.
To open the envelope
when
and
I took the
money.
3 out and I started fanning myself with it, it's cool.
He also said, Kanuma jumps in with a super chat to say,
nice legs. He does have nice legs. He has very nice legs.
Oh, God.
He does. Look at them thighs.
Dude, I think my hog is sticking out.
That's your phone.
Anyway, $300 cash. And again, Courtney in front of them opened it up to count it.
I wanted to make sure. So, Jay, on Monday night, we had a bourbon event at the Tipping Point with the place closed down and just us. And these are the 3 that we chose, but nobody can see it because Jay has our picture over it. So
there you go, Courtney. You
there
feel
we go.
better?
Yes. So these are the 3 that we hit up.
Yeah,
pretty darn good.
I like those.
I will say that there was good feedback on the Old Forester 1920, the Pro Hip style. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that was some of the favorites.
Somebody said it might have been Pooch that said it was too strong for him, and I told him to man the fuck up.
That's right.
By the way, I designed this little sheet here.
I'm so proud of him. Look at him.
You know, what's funny is that I use the skills that I used to lay out this thing called a newspaper. There used to be newspapers. It's kind of like a paper iPad that would go into your driveway every morning. Mm-hmm. And I used the same application I used in 1997 to lay this out. It's called Cork Express. And I would lay this shit out in the newspaper with the Winchester Sun, the Kentucky Colonel, and even a little bit of the Advertiser in the beginning. And I just make these little graphics and shit.
It just reminds you of the old days.
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
I used to make little infographics in the Montgomery Advertiser, 98.99 for this. Yeah, it's funny. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it brings back good memories. Good times, Courtney. Good times. And then the last picture, I think we only have 4 this week, is Courtney doing a selfie at the event.
Yes. And I did this because nobody cares that their pictures are in it. So the other people in the back probably didn't want to be seen. But yes. So in the very back, you have your creed wall.
Well, I see Tommy. I see Stoltze. I see number 19, number 20. I see some other people.
Yeah.
I see the creed wall back there. If you see that AU, that's the creed wall with the Cam Newton statue in front of the actual creed wall. And then Austin there behind the bar.
Yes.
What a stud that guy is.
That was fun. It was a good time.
Absolute legend, man. So, yeah, that was a good time.
I thought I sent you another one of our late night. I sent it by text machine.
All right, there's one. There's a late night picture.
That's not the late night picture I was looking for.
Wow, and then there's this one, too. Courtesy of Kanooman.
Thank you, Kanooman. It's beautiful.
For those of you who might have missed last week, I think AU256 maybe, Kanooman last week was gone. This is me. I wasn't really passed out.
Jay.
Hold on. Passing out to me is when you literally black out. Like, I was just like, I can't go. Anyway,
this is when Jay
I was in the ool.
Is sleeping on the side of the pool. Like, literally, his arms are on the side of the pool.
That picture needs
and he's asleep.
We need that picture.
And as the captain. And then we go up to the room, and I'm like, Jay, come on, we're going to dinner. And I'm, like, putting his shorts on his legs. And there's no movement. Like, there's not even a attempt at a drip of movement. So he did skip dinner that night because he was like this, and he was just like this when I returned to the room 2 hours later.
Skipping a meal.
Complete with breadsticks.
That's a nice.
That's amazing that they deliver Olive Garden in the Dominican Republic.
I had no idea. Cassidy B says JGT blasting out the Apple IIe skills. Courtney will never know the struggle. Cuz says 1 hour 11 minutes.
Yes, got the breadsticks.
For when the breadsticks get dropped out, Forrest just gives it a laugh out loud.
That
and
is Jay.
AU256 is damn son LOL.
Yeah.
To be fair,
no,
Courtney,
but you know you're fucked up because your nose is like bent up on the pillow. The pillow's not even pulled down to like where you can sleep on it. It's like straight up like the maid had left it, and I'm sorry, housekeeping had left it.
Housekeeping?
And your nose is like tilted to the left so much, you know you were snoring big time.
Colin Biscuit says, it looks like a nap. If passed out, there would be no blanket.
That's because I gave him a blanket.
I'm not sure that's true.
I did. I gave you a blanket.
And Blake just says, cry, cry. Okay, that's funny. There's a good picture that we had before this. It was like the before and after. It was me on the side of the pool just like...
Out.
I'm not out, but I'm
out.
I know that I've had a few too many. And this was the day that the guy Chris, not Cuz, but another Chris, was making out with a girl that wasn't his girlfriend, and she was married. And
it was a whole lot of...
It was going to be a three-way.
There was a whole lot of conundrum.
There was a lot going on. I was pretty excited and fired up.
Pool.
Chris was more excited because he blasted in the... Maddie got so mad when we told that story. She's like, if he actually jizzed in the pool... Everybody could get pregnant. Courtney's like, okay, I'm not
getting pregnant, but
maybe somebody else. I don't.
I'm pretty well. I don't know. That pool is pretty warm. It was pretty.
I think he just got a big old boner, and he was embarrassed, and he left to go.
By the way, this is not somebody we actually know. It's somebody we met in the pool.
Right. He was my pool wingman, right?
I don't know if you can call him that.
Nah, we've gotten to know each other. We were drinking together.
He cannot be a pool wingman when he is wearing a Patriots hat. That's just not acceptable. So if he'd been wearing a Raiders hat, then I would have let you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Kanuma says, three-way?
Yeah, exactly. It was an eventful time. It was not a family resort. It was adults only.
Well, it's adults only, but it's not like that kind of a resort. It's not a swingers resort.
No, it is not.
But no, Kanuman, I guess you weren't here. I'll give you the short story.
Okay.
We were hanging. When you go to places like this, the couples resort, you kind of just get to be friends with people who are there or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know, and since we weren't with our crew, we had to kind of make our own crew, right? And two of the people that we were kind of hanging out with was a guy named Christopher and then his girlfriend Bree. Bree, I guess, is bi. Chris likes.
She may have become bi that day. I don't know.
Chris is into hot girls. They had kind of recruited or gotten to know this other girl who was traditionally hot, right? Like thin and pretty.
Yeah.
And Bree was like trying to get into a three-way with this pretty girl and then her boyfriend, Chris.
Yes.
And she told the girl, she goes, "Do you think my boyfriend's hot?" And she was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Do you want to fuck him?" And she was...
She did the giggle thing, and she's like, "Well, if you do, go make out with him."
And so
she swam across the pool and made out with him, and I was just like, I'm just sitting here like this.
I couldn't believe it. And your friend, the girl you were hanging out with was Sam. She couldn't believe it either.
Yes.
And we were all just like, oh my God.
It was a lot.
What's going to happen?
It was a lot.
Cassidy Pieces.
Glory.
You told Maddie.
I mean, can you imagine?
Maddie, there's so much corn in this pool.
I know. I said, if you watch those guys after the pool closes at night, they don't just sprinkle chlorine. They basically take like a garbage can and like dump it in. I'm like surprised that we can even have toes left the next day when we're in the pool.
Yeah, so that's what we're chlorine babies. And also, Kunima says, how many upside pineapples did you see?
No, we didn't have any of those.
Yeah, it's not that kind of place.
No.
Now, I know that we're telling you about a proposed three-way in the pool, but it's not that kind of place.
Typically, we don't see that kind of stuff. And the way that we knew the three-way did not happen is typically hot girl is on the side of the pool yakking, and then when we leave and we're walking back to our room, she's on all fours throwing up in the bush.
But I will say this, when she was throwing up and I was like, hey, she was in good spirits.
She's like, hey!
She was actually cool. I kind of liked her.
She was nice. She was very nice.
He was just like, is she hot? I go,
she was hot before she started yakking.
Why don't you you need to answer that. Forrest says, can you share a link to the resort asking for a friend?
Oh, that's so sweet of you to really look out for your buddies.
Yeah,
like
your
that.
friends would love that. And Colleen Biscuits says awkward. It actually doesn't seem awkward in the moment, not until she actually hopped on him and started.
No, the part that seemed awkward is when after she made out with him, she goes over the side of the pool and starts yakking. That would be the awkward part. Because he was this close to getting that yak in his mouth.
Kanuman says, does not sound like that kind of place at all. Wait. Like, honestly, dude, like, if you think about it.
Normally, it's not.
It's really not at all.
No. That's why, and I think that's why it kind of hit us like, damn, of shit going down here. Like, that surprised me.
But I will say, it's not the first time I've seen it happen. And it's not the
I mean,
second
we've
time
been
I've seen
there
it
like
happen.
10 times, 12 times. So,
I think 11 or 12
what one was
times.
this one?
Autumn.
Okay, I'm having some more of this.
More autumn.
So,
But if you get,
we have
like,
one more. Oh, we do have some bourbon news if you want to talk about bourbon
I do
news.
want to say real quick, though,
Yeah.
when you go to a place like that, we go to Excellence. We go to all the Excellence places. We were at Excellence Punta Cana when this went down. You got mostly American people. All you can drink, all you can eat.
And of course, we don't know how to control ourselves.
Everybody's in a great mood all the time.
Yeah, nobody knows how to control themselves, though.
So I think it's just like everybody's just happy and shit. And some people don't know how to control their happiness, I guess. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
there's just different ways. Like, happiness for me is like talking shit with me in court, right? Me and you talking shit about these
Yeah, the
dipshits
other
in the
people.
pool. Like, that's what we like. That's what makes me happy.
But what's really funny is you know that everybody's talking about you because you're the one wearing the captain's hat.
I did say something like this cat's a DP. The life moves pretty fast. 1 minute three-way incoming, next minute Barf City. I did
Exactly.
say this is the circle of life right
It
here.
is.
Like,
It's. Ugh.
she was very quiet. She got really drunk. She made out with a guy who's not her husband. Now she's throwing up. Like, she's
Yeah,
kind of
she was over. Yeah, she was over there. Yeah, the best part was when she was on all fours and we're like, "You okay?" And she's like, "Yeah." She's smiling. I'm like, "Girl."
You know, what I should have done. I should have told.
I handed
Bree,
her a bottle of water. I'm like, "Good luck."
I should have told Bree within an hour she'll be on all fours, and she would have been like, "Oh my God, that'll be awesome." And I'd be like, "Little did you know it was going to be
Wrong way.
in front of a bush."
Wrong way.
In front of a bush. And her friend that was with her on the girls' trip, the pretty girl, had a friend named Heather, and she was like, "Hey guys," I'm like,
Like, "Do you need anything?" And she's like,
"Your friend's fucked up." She's like,
like,
"Oh,
"I got
she's
her.
fine.
I've got her. She good." I'd never known a girls' trip to a adults only resort for a week.
Sorry, I didn't answer that one. I was talking to him about that earlier.
So we need to discuss
Excellence Punta Cana's a hell of a time.
Have you been there?
I've been there 5 times.
No, has he been there?
I know. I've been there 5 times. I think he has, yeah.
Oh, it is fun.
It's a really good time. I
a
agree.
great
People are in a
place.
great mood there.
It's a great place.
Every time we go to
and,
Excellence, it's good.
I mean, it's reasonably priced for everything that you get
That's a very reasonable
Yeah.
price.
for a cake of that magnitude.
All right, you were going to talk about, I don't have a slide because I ran out of time. But,
No. It's okay. I've got it right here.
oh, you got it right there?
I've got it right here.
You're going to pull your phone up?
I am.
Courtney's just going to tell us about a distillery that's
So
coming
yeah,
up.
well,
And,
so I like to look at new little distilleries. I got to put on the old lady glasses. I'm sorry, I can't read shit, y'all.
I love it.
Hey, anybody that's my age probably feeling this. If J-Dub was on here, he'd really appreciate it. So there's a new distillery. New to us. It was they started in 2018 in Augusta, Kentucky, which I'd never heard of and had to look up where it was. It's basically in northeast Kentucky on the river. Like if you're looking at Cincinnati, it's going to be southeast of there.
When you sent this to me, I was like, there is no fucking way Courtney knows where it is or she'll know where it is. And sure enough, you do know
Look
where
at
it is.
that. I did my fucking research.
It's right next to
Thank
Maysville,
you.
Kentucky, which is home to.
Oh, George Clooney.
It is.
Oh, heart palpitations.
It's also close to where Stoltze grew up, maybe 30 miles away.
Oh, well, that's not newsworthy.
Okay.
But all of their products at this little place are going to be, they are single barrel cask strength and a minimum of 8 years old. Their first release was one called Buckner's, and I think that's what triggered me because Buckner is near Louisville.
It is. That's
Yeah,
where
the
our
name
friend
of the city.
Jason
So I thought, of course, this must be a Crestwood, not Crestview, Kentucky.
I know, I screwed that up.
But their first one was Buckner's 13 in 2023 that they released, and it did win
Have we
one
seen
of those
Buckner's
best things.
before, Courtney?
I have not seen it. So they are getting ready to put out a new one.
Oh.
Yes. And, oh my goodness, see, these are some crazy prices
I
here.
like it when they put out.
So there's that fit there. Well, the one that's 17 looks just like that. I like the bottle, first of all.
Well, Courtney, I'll tell you what, let me pull this up and you can show
Yes.
people the bottle.
And it is going to be coming out on June 15th, so right around the corner.
Right over my head.
It's expensive. It's $400 but it is going to be 118.5 proof, and it is going to only be at their distillery. They're doing like a big presentation. The other thing I like, it is a female master distiller there, of course. I was confused because the name is Alex, so I immediately went to it was a man, right? But nope, it's a female. But anyway, it's another one of these craft distilleries, and the reason I looked at this was because of this being more along those lines as well. Wow. It's not one of the big ones.
Coonan said the screen looked much better when I had a bottle of bourbon over my head.
Yes, I love it.
Wait, now it is worse again. Boo.
Boo.
Thank you for your super chats, though, Coonan.
Yes.
All right, good stuff.
So this is, it's supposed to be a good one, I guess. I don't know yet.
We haven't had it yet.
No, but it sounds tasty. I would be interested in trying it. But I'm not going to pay $400 for a bottle I have not had.
I wish that I could have made a graphic for that, but
that's okay. You're busy.
Lewis made me late.
You're busy.
Game.
But here we go.
It's time for Courtney's Corner. Courtney wants me to make a jingle for her. I don't even know how to make a jingle. I don't know how to make a jingle.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. We're going to make a jingle. It's going to have to be before football season.
Courtney said best breakfast spots. I think you were focusing on more like chains.
Yes.
But I couldn't fully do that because I don't like breakfast very much, and so.
I know. I have to fight Jay to eat breakfast out.
I don't love it.
But, okay, so this girl that has to be at work at 6:15 a.m. a lot of times during the week. Sometimes, particularly after a bourbon blend episode on a Friday morning. The old Chick-fil-A on the mobile app is a delicious, delicious breakfast. You have to get a 4-count mini. You can get a large hash brown. I don't know if you guys know that, but you can get large hash browns and a Diet Coke to pick me up. So that is a go-to on a Friday morning if I've had a little too much
libation
the evening before.
Understood.
Now, the Waffle House. You cannot go wrong with the waffle.
See, I would argue that you can't go right with the waffle, but it's fine. It's fine.
But I don't know that we've actually, I consider it breakfast when it has an AM after the time, and I know we've been there at an AM time frame.
Yeah,
so
early AM.
1 a.m., 2 a.m. Those are good ones.
It says, here comes Courtney's Corner. Get your emails, faxes, and your notes. Here comes Courtney's Corner. Going to read some for all you folks.
Oh, he's already got It's his jingle.
He's already got a jingle.
Wait a minute. So Jay's going to put some music to it. Just you wait. We got to save that one, Jay.
It's time for Courtney's Corner. I don't know.
I love it.
Waffle House is
I love that you have to get your faxes together.
It's pretty much ass, but...
The best is if you get a fight at the Waffle House. That's always fun.
We've had that twice.
Yeah, that's always fun.
Talk to me a little bit about McDonald's as a breakfast place.
McDonald's, okay, so listen, I'm never going to eat McDonald's.
I'll get back to this, Canoeman.
I'm never going to eat McDonald's in McDonald's for breakfast, okay?
No.
That's strictly drive-through. They do have a really good sausage biscuit when somebody isn't in there burning the biscuits. Now, back in the day, you used to be able to get 2 hash browns for $1. And now they're like $2.99 a piece.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
But
it's ridiculous.
They're good. Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel is a good breakfast option, but you got to go in and you got to sit down unless you want to do takeout.
It's gonna be
I'm
slow,
not much of that. Yeah, it's gonna be slow.
It's gonna smell weird in there. It smells like old people.
Well, it's because it's full of old people.
I know it is, but like you still don't have to hang out with them all the time. Hey, Blake jumps in with a super chat, Courtney.
Blake!
Says, got to give my share here. Come at me. Probably what he means.
Mm-hmm.
But Chick-fil-A is puke. But McDonald's and Taco Bell are worse.
Oh,
wow, Courtney.
Man, Blake.
He's like...
I want to know where you're going to go for breakfast then, Blake.
He's got a super chat compliment and then a slap in the face is what he's doing right there.
Canoeman, is this a McDonald's thing? Oh my gosh, they have a buy one, get one every day in the app?
The new chicken biscuit is shockingly legit, and they have a BOGO every day in the app.
Oh, I might have to hit the one Mickey D's. See, here's the thing.
Chicken biscuit.
So here, anybody that's in the Montgomery area, they're going to be building a Chick-fil-A like almost from a stone's throw from my center. So like when I come from home, I only have to make a right turn into it and then a straight shot to my center.
So those of you who don't know, it's going to be across from the Chappie's at Pepper Tree.
So at Vaughn.
Next to Nancy's.
And Halcyon Park Drive. Yes. So that will, I won't have to make any bad turns.
I would also want to say something. I'm not trying to call you out here, although I've done it already, about that you're too hot to be as poor as you were. Taco Bell, I bet you've never had Taco Bell breakfast in your life.
Okay, so I'm saying anything in the AM hours because, so if I eat at 2 a.m., I'm not going to have breakfast the next day.
And then Jack's, I've only been to Jack's.
Okay,
one
Jack's
time in
is
my life.
good. No, Jack's is good. I've had folks bring that to the center.
Bullshit.
They have really good biscuits.
For me, Grandy's was like a fast food breakfast chain that we had in Tulsa. The last place I ever ate at Grandy's was in Gainesville with you in about 99 maybe. I was like, they have a Grandy's, holy shit. Mm-hmm. There are some Grandy's still open, I think in Texas maybe. But they used to have the best sausage, gravy, and biscuits. Holy shit, it was so good. Bubbly Hen is a local spot here in Montgomery. Guys, after that, it's a real tough one because I don't eat breakfast and I don't like breakfast. And
Chappie's is a good breakfast here in Montgomery.
We've had some good Chappie's
They
breakfast.
have one in Auburn, too. They
The
used to
Log
have it in
Cabin-
Birmingham.
The Log Cabin is in Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
And I like it, but guys, seriously, like the last time I went out to eat breakfast.
Was it the Bubbly Hen when I made you stop? And the reason that Jay liked the Bubbly Hen is because they had drinks.
That was literally in the fall. Like, that's the last time
I guess best breakfast spots. I should put the tipping point on there for when they fix me mimosas.
Oh, they do?
And I have goldfish for lunch.
McDonald's for me would strictly be a sausage biscuit and hash browns.
Yes.
That's all I could do there.
Their eggs make me want to. Yeah.
And then Waffle House is just like, whatever. I mean, but seriously, dude, if I'm going below the top three, I'm in deep shit. I got problems. Cademan says, I just pulled it up. Now it is buy one and get the second one for a bucko.
Oh.
Last week it was BOGO, and it had been that way for a long time. Still a good deal, especially on
Okay,
the
so
chicken
here's the
biscuit.
thing. The reason why that
Cademan,
McDonald's
I
is
agree
doing that, McDonald's is doing that so they don't go the way of Red Lobster.
Wait, what does that mean?
Red Lobster was busy, eating all you can eat shrimp, and then they end up in bankruptcy.
Oh. We went and ate that recently, and it's pretty damn good, man.
It was good.
Like, no joke. So, they have a new one?
I hope the chicken, there you go, over there, $3.
Where?
Top right.
Where?
That's got to be it, right? New. There you go. It looks almost like a piece of chicken. It doesn't look like the round morsel that they had before.
There you go, Canuman. Is this the one we're talking about right here, G?
Is that pretty good?
I mean, it looks like a pretty nice piece of chicken. I mean, I don't know. So he's saying if you buy one at $3, you get another one. That'd be 2 for $4? That's not too bad. I mean, if it's good.
Okay, so if 2 a.m. qualifies, where's Olive Garden? Olive Garden is not on my breakfast option.
Because if 2 a.m. qualifies, where's Olive Garden? That's not going to be open at 2 a.m.
No, man, they shut down at like 9:30.
Somebody else said up here, Raven says, Whataburger's honey butter chicken biscuit, very hard to beat.
Oh, I might have to try that. I've never thought of Whataburger for breakfast.
I hadn't either.
That might be my go-to tomorrow morning. We're gonna have to find out.
You want to give it a shot?
I need to do some research.
Don says McMuffin, McGriddle are the finest fast food items on the planet. Hardee's and Bojangles' best biscuit, but who eats biscuits? Wait, I do. Best breakfast is Metro Diner.
Okay, so I can't eat a McMuffin or a McGriddle because
Wait,
those
Metro
have.
Diner.
Don't
I ate at Metro Diner in Auburn in the 90s.
Don't McMuffin and McGriddle, don't those have the round egg on it? Like, I can't eat that.
And I think the McGriddle, has that sweet thing on it.
Bojangles allegedly does have good biscuits, but they're nowhere near where we are.
Yeah, that's too far away. Canuman says that is the biscuit. It is surprisingly good. Talking about that McDonald's one.
All right, I will have to do some research.
Forrest says that McChicken is photoshopped. He's not sure that the chicken's quite that juicy and bountiful. And Collie Biscuit jumps in to say Bojangles chicken biscuits are excellent.
See, I'd have to get up a little bit earlier because Bojangles is not located close.
Away, yeah.
It's not convenient. But you all have given me some good research projects, so thank you.
I think Raven throwing his weight behind the Whataburger.
But here's the problem, okay? So geographically, I have to drive by the Chick-fil-A to go to the Whataburger.
Well, it's like another.
So no,
it's
but
30
wait.
feet.
But here's the problem. I might have to go to both because what happens if the Whataburger sucks and I don't like it? What happens?
Well, the
I
first
got to
things
go back
first
to
is-
my traditional 4 minis then.
You have to withhold mouthfeel from Raven for a period of at least 2 months. Don Proper Dickens says Duncan has hot breakfast Sammys, croissants, that will surprise you, which is closer to your center.
Yeah, I like the idea of it, but my problem would be is that the people that work at the Dunkin' Donuts near my center suck really bad, so I won't go there.
Listen to this. Forrest says, just hit a Love's truck stop and got a clear Solo cup full of boiled eggs.
That was intentional?
Yeah, was that an accident?
Like, did somebody make you do that?
Did somebody dare you? Like, why would you do that?
Because who's in the car when you're eating those boiled eggs? That's what I want to know.
Why would you do that?
Because that is definitely somebody who is taking one for the team.
Warden Steve says McDonald's is trash unless it's the burrito. I am definitely an advocate of McDonald's being trash.
I have never had a burrito there.
And Cuz is...
If I'm going to have a burrito, I got to go to Taco Bell.
Cuz is with me on this. McDonald's is dog shit. I don't...
Bojangles sausage biscuit slaps.
How does
Okay,
my
I'm going to
fifth
have
one?
to hit the Bojangles, y'all. You're tucking me into Bojangles.
Okay, who's doing that? Cassidy P says they slap. And Raven says breakfast at Whataburger starts after 11 here and runs to 11 a.m.
Ooh.
The reason is because of the fucking traffic where you live, Raven. That's the only reason nobody can even get to the fucking place.
Is that the one that's right by I-10?
Don't say where he lives. Don't out him.
Oh, okay. I-10 only runs the entire length of the United States.
He could live anywhere from Jacksonville to...
all the way to L.A.
Yeah. Santa Monica.
I mean, you're really narrowing it down for folks.
All right, I'm sorry. Raven lives in Santa Monica, okay? Jesus, what is the thing with this? Why are we outing everybody? What Am Steve says, Whataburger breakfast on a bun or HB chicken superior. All right, there's another one, Courtney.
That's right.
And Raven, once again, throwing his weight behind it. Whataburgers is not butthole.
Honey butter chicken biscuit.
Honey butter chicken biscuit is not butthole. So,
HBCB.
in a world of not buttholes
Not
and buttholes,
buttholes,
don't
yes.
be a butthole.
So I like it.
There we go. This is good stuff, Courtney. You've learned a lot of important breakfast intel
Yes.
here.
Because Jay's usually still asleep during these hours. So I will have to hit. I'm going to hit the Whataburger. I'm going to hit the Bojangles. Bojangles.
Wait, hold on a second. Now, wait a minute.
What?
You do get up before I do, but I'm not awake. I don't sleep that late.
I know that, but like I'm up functioning.
I'm usually up in the 6 o'clock hour, and you're up in the 5 o'clock hour.
Up is subjective.
T-Roy Tiger says, Courtney, breaking news. Chick-fil-A coming to Sturbridge somewhat soon, I think, might save you the hassle.
That is true. So here's my problem with this. It is going to cause the biggest traffic
Can you
cluster.
imagine? It's already a cluster
right there. It's already a clusterfuck.
Forrest,
I don't know what they're
going
to do. It is absolutely a clusterfuck right there because between 4:30 and 5:45, that intersection is one of the most ridiculous in town.
And you got Tidal Wave there now.
Yeah, you got.
With all these fucking.
Of course, you have a car wash there. So
ham and eggers like getting their shit washed.
No, you've got everybody who is trying to beat the light at Taylor and Vaughn, so they cut through Halcyon Park Drive, and then they get stuck right there at that light trying to turn left to go out to Deer Creek and etc., Woodland Creek, all those. So anyway,
Providence,
all these other people are
Lockshire.
all these people are like, who are you talking about? What are you talking about? But
Anyway.
Yes, I know.
Good
They
intel,
actually
T-Roy
got the plumbing They got the plumbing stuff there put in today.
I'd like to work on your plumbing a little bit. Raven also says you got AA.
That's right. Ooh, I've got plenty of a pour left.
Let's see. Warren Steve has been a little salty with the language tonight. Says McDonald's used to have their shitty burrito 2 for $1, so that's why they were good. I love that. It's like, hey, what do you like? What do you like about this girl you're dating? Well,
no.
She's very pliable and she's very permissive, but other than that, I don't fucking like her.
That's exactly how I feel about bourbon. Not any of the ones we had tonight, but you have some shitty bourbon. Okay, so what do you do with it? You have to mix it. You make it better by mixing it. Not what we had tonight, but some of these things over here that are accessories over here by the intern.
You made me drink that shit.
Hey, I make you drink that.
I want to try one more. I'm gonna try.
Oh my god.
No, the last week, this barman, I forgot about.
Oh, here he goes. Y'all, here he goes on his field trip. Let's see what he comes back with on his field trip.
I'm getting some barman.
Some what?
Barman.
Some what?
This shit right here.
See, here's one. This is a waste right here. This is a waste. See
Would you step back, please?
Look, see?
So this bourbon is made by Coors. This is their bourbon. Kind of light.
Oh, look, we got another super chat. I I'm just so excited, y'all.
Courtney
This is
loves
so
it.
nice. Thank you
Thank
all.
you guys for super chatting.
Thank you for that.
Cassidy Pieces, Peace and Hair Grease Blenders, and dozens.
Yes.
Be where your feet are. That is
That's exactly right.
incredible advice.
Yes. Be where your feet
And
are.
thank you
I
for
do
that,
love
Cassidy.
that.
I know.
I do love that.
And sometimes, you know,
It
here's
is
the thing.
very important. It's so hard to do.
When you're trying to be someone who's where your feet are, who's where, does that work? Yeah. And you're with somebody who is not where their feet are, it's so frustrating.
It is very frustrating.
And I have friends of mine who are so good about that, and I have some friends of mine that are not so good about that, and I wish you guys were all good about it.
It's challenging though, right? It is
Can be.
challenging because in this world of technology, we get sucked into our phones or tablets or whatever, and a lot of times we get distracted. Oh, apparently Jay did not like that.
Well,
he gets sucked into it.
Right on cue, Forrest says, what's your go-to shitty bourbon mixer? Barman.
This one apparently is going to be in my, I have a decanter on my counter.
My goodness.
And one of my friends asked me, hey, what do you put in your decanter? And I'm like, whatever bourbon I did not like drinking neat. And I put it in there, and I can mix it with Diet Coke, and I'm just fine. Because here's the thing. When we go and we go to the pool.
Oh, goddamn, that makes my eyes water.
When we go to the pool, I don't like to drink bourbon neat. I don't know what it is. I think it's the heat or whatever. I don't like to drink bourbon neat. So I always mix it. So that's when I mix it in my Diet Coke and whatever shitty bourbon we have laying around. So.
Okay.
And by the way, I mean shitty. It's definitely on the butthole scale.
This would be, for me, like a little bit above butthole.
Okay, I might taste it
Why
after I
did I
taste the good
get
stuff.
I bought this. Oh,
You
I know
bought
what it
this.
was. It was at the ABC. They had like they were promoting it. They had like a
Yeah, they're
table.
like, hey, try this.
Well,
it's
it
butthole.
wasn't expensive. This was not an expensive bourbon. This was literally like $25 a bottle or something. You know, I was like, fuck, I really like the logo.
Okay, Canoeman's getting a little deep on us here, Jay.
That's too much bourbon, but whatever. All right, let's see what we got here. Canoeman. Think that statement is more about than just being present in the moment. However,
So what else
obviously-
is it about? Because
What else? Yeah, Canoeman, what else is it about? Talk to me a little bit about like what that statement means to you and the way that you interpret that in your own life.
being present in the moment. What else would it be? Oh, would it be?
Well, are we just going to kind of extrapolate on this? 'Cause
I
can do
guess.
that. Okay, so some other ways that I could take that is to appreciate the moment that you're in, the smells, the sights, the company, the opportunities is one thing. To me, that's a little bit more than just being present in the moment, but
Okay, so he says, especially given the context of when and how the question was asked to him. So.
see, Con Biscuit says, what is the logo on JD shirt opposite the UA side? Oh, this is a Rivals. This is from a Rivals camp series. So I went to the Auburn 7-on-7 camp today, and when I go to these things, I like to wear Rivals shit, so people know I'm from Rivals. And people go, "Hey, you work for Rivals?" I'm like, "What the fuck does this tell you?" Yeah, I do.
That's probably not the best way to
I
address
know.
it.
I had several kids talk to me. I
probably
don't
not the
ever
best way
say
to
it that
address
way.
it.
I always go, "Yeah, actually, my
Yeah.
name's Jay. I run the site here at Auburn." And
Well,
they
at least
say-
they're asking a question
they
because
say,
a lot of them
"Hey,"
don't know how to do that.
I know, and they say, "Can you make me a player page?" And if they're going to if they have the balls to come up to a fat, cross-eyed white guy that they don't know and ask me that, I'm going to fucking make them a player page.
I like it.
No doubt about it. So I took a picture of them, got their name, got their information, and I'm going to make a page for them. So that's amazing. Love that.
So
Let's see.
we already did that. So
No,
Katie
we did
was
not do
asking.
this.
I already read that.
Oh,
But
well, I didn't
you
get a
don't
chance to
remember it.
comment on it. Forrest, by the way, we're backing it up a little bit. Says, ever do a little cranberry? It's not too bad.
Not cranberry and bourbon, but I do cranberry in my
She loves
vodka.
cranberry and vodka, yeah.
Yes, I do a lot of that when I'm in the pool and in the other locale.
Canoeman says, Caddy was asked about getting the head coaching job permanently at Auburn, and that's when he said it. That's exactly when he said it. That's my quote on the bunker every single time I post. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am emotional, but I don't get emotional about Auburn very often. But when Cadillac was on that Tiger Talk, his first one as the interim head coach, I cried a little bit. I'll be honest with you. I was
Why?
because I type it out. You know, I do a little transcription. I don't know, man, because I know Cornell a long time, and I know what kind of a guy he is and what kind of character
okay.
that he has.
I get what Canoeman's saying here. That's
And
a
that
good
he
point.
Got his opportunity, and it's just been a lot. He's a really...
That is true.
We're all flawed human beings. He's flawed too. but he's a virtuous dude, and he means to be virtuous, and he's a good person, and I will stand by that for the rest of my life. And I got to see Jason Campbell today, who's one of my 5 favorite
Jason
Auburn
Campbell.
players, former quarterback at Auburn, former Raider.
Yes, former Raider.
I got talking about the Raiders today, but man, anytime I get to hang out with Jason, I call him J Cam Aerosol. I fucking love that guy. Really one of the great people I ever covered at Auburn. So smart, so humble, came from fucking nothing over Mississippi. Made
Smart and humble are really hard to come by.
And he is, and he's so understated.
And somebody who's made money on top of it, that's really hard to come by.
You talk to Jason, and he's so understated. You have to, like, pull things out of him, you know? But when you get stuff out of him, it's always really, really good. I love talking to him. T-Roy Tiger says, I thought it was a Birmingham Bowl swag special.
Jay was not attending the Birmingham Bowl.
Kaduman says, so thinking he meant, talking about Cadillac, he was focusing on the job he had to do then, not worrying about the interim title, trying to get it permanently, or what his next move is, if he was kept on or not.
Okay.
But it is still kind of the same thing, like what I was talking about, right? Like trying to just take in the experience of the now, right? So, like, for instance, here'd be an example of not being where your feet are. If your friend is having a deep conversation with you about something, and you fucking pick up your phone and you just start scrolling, like when he's in the middle of a soliloquy about something, maybe that's not a great way of being where your feet are, right? That's being
true.
where your phone is and not giving a shit about your friend.
That's your interpretation of it. So,
Sorry
anyway.
about that, guys. That's not coming from firsthand experience or anything. Colin Biscuit says, God forbid any recruits go on the bunker. We've had a few.
Yes.
Because he had a job to do and he was going to be where his feet are. And I thought he did a great job as the interim head coach.
He did. He definitely brought some life back to the program after somebody who had sucked the life out of the program.
And accountability and the give a shit. Absolutely. Nosing in and out, what cheap butthole bourbon is that y'all are drinking now? My man.
I haven't had any yet. So
this is called Bourbon 1873. I bought this for $25 at the ABC. It's made by Coors, like the beer company, and it's pretty assy, bro. That might be a good mixer, like Forrest.
It doesn't taste bad, but it's totally average. I don't think it's a butthole.
Kaduman says, think being present is part of it, not being on the phone at all. However, think it is even deeper. So
I think that's really true. And we had an experience with a younger couple who we had a great conversation with, and like they were in tune with us, and it was very surprising. Both of us afterwards, we both commented. Neither one of them were like picking up their phone and checking on it and like scrolling and all that. And that's so strange to find these days. Mm-hmm. And we really appreciated it.
I noticed it. Like I expected them. I was like, oh, they're going to be on their phones a lot. And they weren't on their phones at all. And
that does distract from normal conversation.
Maybe that's because we're so awesome, Courtney.
Sure.
Forrest says, I love Cadillac. Solid damn guy. I guess that tells us a little something about where Forrest is coming from.
Yeah, Forrest.
I think Forrest is UCLA or a Pepperdine fan, maybe.
Pepperdine.
Kaduman says, Jason Campbell has a great dad. Can tell he was raised right. Boy, I tell you what, he does seem like he was raised right. Principled, virtuous, friendly, sticks to his P's and Q's, don't talk shit. Love Jason Caldwell. Well, I love Jason Caldwell too.
But you mentioned
I was hanging out with Jason Campbell and Jason Caldwell, so that's why I was having trouble there.
Lots of JCs.
Forrest says, JT, you should really transition over to Blistex. I grew up on basic chapstick, and there's no comparison. I am not on basic chapstick. This is marshmallow. It's really good stuff.
He is not.
Forrest is good old-fashioned butthole bourbon.
That's right.
That's what this is. No doubt about it. We paid $25 for it, whatever. Don Proper Dickens says, Caddy's post-Iron Bowl remarks at the podium choked me up. I framed a screenshot from it. Holy shit,
wow.
I remember that
Very
game,
nice.
but I was doing brain drain, so I missed it. And Newman is on board, says it was just awesome at Don Proper Dickens. Biscuit says, in case anyone joined late, we talked about bourbon, lots of sex, biscuits, and Caddy. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Bourbon.
You try to deny the whole fucking.
We talked about how
thing.
You can only have ketchup with wieners.
If you're a girl. It's fine for girls. Forrest is Pepperdine all the way. He's a Pepperdine wave.
Of course.
And Canoeman,
looking
Malibu.
Over looking over the Pacific Ocean, who wouldn't want to be there?
Me? I'd only want to be there if you were there with me.
Oh, I'm going to yak. Jay, we celebrate our anniversary this week.
I know, you told me. It was like our 427th month or something.
387 months or
387
something.
months. Wow.
I sent him a text. I was like, happy anniversary.
It's the defining. I know. Whenever I get one of those.
It's the big one.
And it's
387 months we've been together.
Here we go.
Or whatever it was.
Here we go.
It's a big one. I remember back in the day when we celebrated those little months. It was so cute.
Oh, I do remember. I was like, it's been 3 months, Courtney.
It's been 3 months. There's a card.
I was like, it's been 3 months. I'm really glad to hang out with you. Let's go play Bulls Lakers on my Sega Genesis.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
And also, me and Rains are going to get some Milwaukee's Beast, and we're going to have a party tonight. You want to go?
Mm-hmm.
You know, John Rains won't take my friend request.
Of course he won't.
Why won't he take it?
We're not getting into that on a public airway. But,
is it because that?
Jay, moving right along.
I wish.
So, I broke something.
For the Dirty Dozen.
I broke something.
Because Canoeman's here. He's a Dirty Dozener. There's some others too. Back during COVID, I used to do these shows on the Brain Drain where we would just fucking free associate shit.
Right.
And we had a lot of weird people on the show. We had Ann Coates on. Mm-hmm. We had Jen Cook on. Mm-hmm. We had Stacey Hansen on. Mm-hmm. I think I have more of that in me.
Do what?
I think I got more of that in me. I think.
I don't know what that means.
I think we need another round of like really weird brain drains.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm ready for that.
Maybe we do it preseason.
Can we get
brain
Mike?
draining?
Can we get your ex-boyfriend Mike on here?
I can't even find him. Like I have done like a Google search just to figure out what he was doing because you guys, I had really picked a winner. He was the assistant manager of a store.
I'm the assistant manager of a website. So.
No, he was the assistant. Well, first when we were dating, he was the manager at Allied Sports in Louisville, Kentucky's fishing department. Not the general manager, not like assistant manager of the store, but of a department within the store.
Blake says, what was more tear-jerking for you, Don? Caddy's speech or Dick's enormous leaving you? That's funny right there. I don't know, man. I think it would only appeal to like a certain part of the Dirty Dozen.
Yes.
To have that. We gotta get Stacey on here and break down like what.
Can I ask her some questions?
You got to be able to. Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
If Stacey's anything
this is
like
Jay's longtime high school girlfriend. Who
I really like. She's a nice person.
I don't know. I've never spoken to her. But
well, I haven't spoken to her in a while, but she's a really nice person. I just follow her on Facebook.
But you know what's really funny is I would love to like talk to her about what Jay was like back then.
That would be fun. I'm down for that totally.
I mean, I met him like 18 months after that, but that was 18 months of college he'd had, so he probably had changed a lot during that time.
Here's the story. Here's the deal, though. On that, so my high school girlfriend, I'm not gonna go into too many details on that, but she dumped me, and I went to college a long way from home, and I knew when I left Tulsa and I was going to Kentucky, I was consolidating mentally. I was like, I don't love the person that I am in Tulsa, and I'm gonna go to Kentucky now. Having learned lessons from fucking up in Tulsa, I'm going to be better.
On. You're 18 years old.
No, that is not true.
This is revisionist history.
That is not true.
You did not think that. You were thinking, I'm going to go and get as much poontang as I can.
I did
in
plenty.
Kentucky.
I got plenty of that, but like I went. Listen, you don't even know this because you're in high school. I was on SGA. I was on SAB with your hero Beth, and I
Here we go.
got in the pipes.
Y'all already heard at the beginning of the show about how popular Jay was. And I wasn't popular. We're going to hear this again. I'm not worried about being popular. Some of us have an ego and like to be popular, but some of us are just fine being
Canoeman says we have to do the rando drains. I am down for that. The problem is I just don't know if it has a lot of wide appeal.
Here's the thing.
And Blake agrees.
All you have to do is tell me, and we'll get it done.
Colin Biscuit says, Don't forget, he was more popular than us in high school.
Exactly.
Just her.
Jay was.
And
she wasn't a nerd. Everybody.
Courtney wasn't a nerd.
Jay was more popular. Okay, Jay also went to a school with like how many were in your graduating class?
63.
I'm sorry, what? 363.
63. But hold on,
63 people.
But
you know, if I hold my hands up 6 times really quick, that's as many people as you had in your class.
How big was Jenks and how big was Edison?
I don't care.
That's what
That
I
has
thought.
nothing to do with
That's
you.
what I
You didn't
thought.
go to public high school.
I hung
You
out
don't
with
know.
those people.
Oh, I hung out with those people. You didn't go to high school.
I knocked out more
Jay-
Jenks chicks than I did Holland Hall chicks.
Jay, you didn't knock out shit.
She didn't even have to get her teeth back until 2 years later. I knocked them out. And I wasn't even...
With what? With what?
Her mom was shocked.
Oh my God. Okay.
I don't understand. Knudman says, I am so very down.
With getting this show on.
Oh, he's very
The other
down with
show.
getting the show on.
Yes, the other
This
show.
would be great for like the half of the Dirty Dozen,
Who
right?
cares? They'll enjoy it.
And Forrest says, there's always plenty of poontang, my man. There's always plenty of puntang, but zero comparison to what we eventually saddle down with.
Forrest, have you had a little bit of that Woodford tonight with us? Forrest, hey Forrest, there's an extra room over here at this house if you need to sleep here tonight.
That is the best comment we've ever had on this show. Holy shit. That was amazing, Forrest. Oh, God, you're so right.
Eventually settle down with. Oh my God.
Oh, that's so good.
Oh my God.
I'm about to hyperventilate. I'm going to start choking. Oh, my God. Chloe Biscuit says, what about the one that switched teams, JGG?
That's the one I want to talk to.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. She dumped me for a girl.
But-
It's fine, though. She's
but
back with guys
she's
now.
back.
She's with guys now. And she's my high school girlfriend is a really cool person. She's not...
She's not anything like Courtney.
No.
That's the one that came her.
You're amazing. She's a nice girl.
Oh, Lord.
You guys did have something in common, though. Her mother was a beast, and
Oh.
your mother was a beast.
Yeah, my mom was a beast.
She was a lot to handle.
So,
Forrest says, yeah, the Woodford is talking. Let me go back through this again. Hold on. There's always plenty of puntang, but zero comparison to what we eventually saddle down with. Courtney, can you burn that in your memory?
wait a minute. Let me take hang on. Hang on a minute. We're going to take a...
This might be my new avatar on the bunker. This might be more meaningful to me than Caddy talking about being where your feet are. I'm serious.
Forget the deep thoughts.
Knudman says, I was at the Garden today, however... Wait, hold on. I was at the Garden today, however, loser here did not go to the game. Oh, he's trying to revenge, my bad. About the Celtics. Oh, wait, Knudman was at the Garden today, but now he's in Maine.
Goddamn, Knudman. Do
must
you ever
be-
sit still?
He must be moving along.
Man.
Pocket says, when is the high school girlfriend fight?
Apparently, Pocket Watch has had a little beverage as well.
When
Is
the
she gonna
high
be
school
on the- is she gonna
girlfriend
be on the
going to
blend?
I don't think she'd be on
I
the
don't
blend.
know.
I don't think she drinks, like, at all.
We haven't done any live, what do you call it?
Brain trains?
No, what's it called when people call in?
Callers, like live callers.
I know that, but on the Skype.
Well, the
Skype.
problem is that if we're going to do Skype, you got to have earphones. We got to have a way to hear them. And if we put it on the TV, it'll reflect on the show, and
okay.
it will sound double. So it's
Gotcha.
kind of messed up. I didn't know how to handle
Gotcha.
that. Let's see. Forrest says, probably should get you guys to help me take my real estate photo off my YouTube chat stuff. we can help you with that, Forrest.
Well, either that, or you're going to get some new folks that want to sell their homes.
Guys,
One of the
seriously.
two, because they're going to be like, yeah, we understand. We're all saddled up with that. We need to get out.
This is the fourth time we've worked with Forrest, and he is a fucking stud. He is.
All right, Jay. It's going to be about that time.
I literally have tears in my eyes from that earlier. That was amazing. Knudman says, I might have a difficult time sitting still. Guilty as charged, AA, because
Yes.
he's definitely been on the move today. And Blake wants to know, SHIT, what took you to Maine? And then Knudman says, lobster.
Oh,
You know, I'll tell you what, if we're going to do a random call, it ought to be to my dad, really.
you want to talk about awkward?
Well, we had my dad and his friend Jimbo on the show one time.
Yes,
I did a
long
show with them.
time. That was at Thanksgiving.
It was, yeah.
4 years ago?
I'm trying to think of
No,
the
this had to be
years.
19. It was before COVID.
I got an idea. I got an idea for a good show.
Okay, we're going to have to discuss.
Okay, we'll talk about this. Mm-hmm. Has to do with my friend Glenn and then his girlfriend Jenny that I drove home.
Oh, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Not that story. But Guess what, Jay? It is about that time.
As Cuz would say,
It's about that time.
getting to be about that time.
It's going to be about that time.
First of all, I want to thank you guys for watching. I also want to thank our super chatters, which would include
I mean, them some fucking ballers right there.
Cassie DP, who I think left us already, but
Yeah.
we love him. Kanuman,
Kanuman.
Don Properdicken,
And
and
Thank
Blake
you guys.
also. Who's
Thank you all. I'm so excited, y'all. This is our first super chat episode.
It means so much to Courtney.
It means a
Like,
lot
it means
to
a
me
lot.
because
to both of us, but to Courtney.
thank you all for joining us and supporting us. It's fun for us to do. We appreciate it. And I hope we made you chuckle a little bit while you had some
Kanuman
brown
says,
water.
I should go visit the Commodore's dad. He lives in a city called
Nobleboro.
which is in the southern part of the state. It was very close to where that shooter was, like 6 months ago.
It's a fun little
It's
tidbit.
like 2 little communities over. I was like, Dad,
Yeah.
what the fuck? He goes, what are you talking about?
Yes.
There's a fucking killer. He goes, really? I said, turn on
Lock
your
the
TV.
doors. Lock the doors, buddy.
He goes, well, I don't really have the TV on. I'm like, "Oh, okay. Real quick, Blake says, every year for the past several, this is the weekend I'm usually in Maine for a charity golf tournament.
Oh.
But I took this year off and I'm going to go to New York with my wife instead.
Oh, that's a good
Kanuman.
idea.
Great choice, Blake.
Yes.
By the way, Blake's, I don't know if Blake's wife's watching, but Blake says a lot of
In the
really-
group chat?
Yes, in the group chat I have a Blake, Kanuman, Pocket, all the
Yeah,
people.
about how baller his wife is?
Not necessarily
I've
baller,
heard-
but he said she's beautiful and that she inspires him to be a better man, which I mean, I've been married 75 years. That brought a tear to my fucking eye.
Yeah.
So,
Well, on that note, we've got to wrap it up, Jay.
all right, and Forrest is awesome, guys. No, you're awesome, Forrest. Thank you, Ron. And Kanuman also says, great show as always. Revenge jumps in as well. Thank you. Two
Thanks,
of the
guys.
dirtiest of
We
the dozen.
appreciate y'all being here. And until...
Wait, are
Next Thursday, our set might look a little different, but we'll be here.
No. Our set will be good.
Okay. Our set will be great next
We're having
Thursday.
an estate sale
Next week.
next week, but it's going to be after the show.
Sure it is.
It's not going to be after the show.
Sure it is. Anyway, things may look a little different, but we will be here. There may not be any products behind us, but we will be here. And
Courtney only
we
tells me
look forward
part of
to.
the story on this.
He
stuff.
only needs no part, and we will see you then.
Chloe Biscuit says, saddle down.
Love it. Kanuman is only 60 miles away from Nobleboro.
Wow.
Oh, damn. Go knock on his door. Let us know how he's doing.
No, don't. And Kanuman says, love that group chat. Kanuman, you've said some really inspiring things there.
Yes.
Every day, man, I wake up and I'm fired up because some of the things that you say in the early morning really get me going. He talks
That doesn't
about,
sound right.
He talks
but
about being where your feet are and respecting the people in your life who respect you.
You're so full of
It's simple advice, but it means a lot to me. All right, guys.
All right. So, wrap this sucker up.
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys. Until next time, keep your feet on the ground and keep reaching for the stars.
Cheers.
Bye.